Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh shit.
It's going well. It's going well.
Dude, so much bullshit has gone on in the last 2 weeks that it honestly feels like it's been several months the last time I played D. I don't
Um, we. I think we're just heading out.
Oh yeah, we were on the road. We Minotaur. No, Sasquatch showed up. We kicked its ass, right?
Yeti. A Yeti showed up.
Yeti, yeah. Did we fight it?
Yeah.
Or did we end right when it showed up?
I feel like we fought it and it went down easier than we were expecting.
Yeah. So that must have been the beginning of I don't fuck. I don't I'm gonna have to listen to fucking Synapse or
Just going over, making sure Jug's got all his spells figured out with him quick.
yeah, I feel like he's definitely missing.
Yep.
Help him. Man, I fucking gave up the fucking ghost on that bag of holding like 2 seconds after I fucking made it. Like, I got a bag of holding. I'm gonna keep it a secret. Hey, everybody, I got a bag of holding.
I know, right?
I mean, adding an enhanced defense or an enhanced weapon might be a better use of that slot, but fuck it.
I mean, the bag of holding's just fine. It's just fine. It's a fucking bag of holding. Every party could do to have a bag of holding. Ugh.
Yeah, I probably start.
Yeah, we're kind of in here a little early
Yeah,
today.
I thought it was go time. All right.
No, man, it's just me being, making sure I'm not slow time. Huh? What I did there?
I see. No, Black Panther.
Really?
Yeah,
Man, I
but
can't keep up with all the
I've given up on
superhero
Marvel. I
movies
have
these days.
given up.
Like, I enjoy them. Don't get me wrong, but like, they've done so many that it's so difficult to keep up.
And the last few have been so bad that they're not even worth
Have they?
watching. Well, yeah, like fucking Morbius, terrible. Fucking what is it? The fucking Hunter one. Craven, terrible. Fucking the Marvels, fucking terrible. Madam Web, fucking terrible. What else? There's more.
What else? There's more.
Yeah. I don't even remember all of them. They're all just like basically since what was the last really good one?
Avengers?
Yeah, maybe Endgame was the last good one. Nah, I take that back. I like the Spider-Man, like No Way Home, Homecoming, and all those.
I would agree. I enjoy those.
And I will say, I've been watching the new Daredevil Resurrected.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why people are hating on it. I think it's pretty goddamn good.
People just always gotta be haters, man.
Yeah, of course.
Over here playing Minecraft.
Yeah, I was thinking about firing something up, but by the time I got loaded, I turned it back off again. So I'll just sit patient.
Let me finish up this roof here and like, shit, it'll only take me about another 2 minutes, and then I'll like roll up something, and then I'll run outside, and then we can smoke.
I finally bit the bullet and went out and got some liquid newts for my plants. I'd been doing it all organic, and the amount of time I was spending
Look,
like growing
the
was
nutrient thing, like, it's pretty crazy.
the
It's
the
pretty
difference
crazy.
that like 2 weeks on liquid nutrients made versus 6 weeks on fucking organic powdered nutrients. I'm never going back. My plants went from like a fucking 6-inch little bush to a fucking 4-foot tree in 2 weeks. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Getting to the point where I'm running out of room to light up, and I still have like 3 or 4 more weeks to go before.
Nothing wrong with that.
Wait, the Pope died?
For real?
Yeah, fuck. Pope Francis died.
Like, I'm not a religious person, but like that's some pretty crazy news.
Looks like not that long ago either. Like the news reports are the oldest one I'm seeing is an hour ago. Huh.
That's some craziness there.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
Yeah, that's a huge Huge swing for a lot that follow that. Not to mention just huge swing for the city itself, right? Like,
Huh. That's official. It's the end times. The apocalypse. Reporting. Pope died. Who's dead?
Huh?
the Pope has died.
Pope's dead.
Oh yeah, yeah, I knew.
I know.
Heard.
I just found it
You know,
out.
Pope
I
thing.
also just found it out thanks to him.
I found out this morning. You guys are late to the
Oh,
game.
well, shit. All the news reports I saw were from an hour ago, so I thought it was recent.
No, it happened overnight, and it's like
Dude, the Pope
Rome,
dies on
so overnight.
Easter. The Pope died on Easter.
Yeah, so
The
he
Pope
Shit.
died on Easter.
from what I understand, he gave his Easter blessing, and like about 5 hours later, he had a stroke and had massive heart failure.
It really is the end times. We're all fucked. We're all fucked.
Yeah, God didn't really like his speech. He like really disagreed with it, so he just like struck
Wow.
his ass down.
Wow.
That's fucking ironic timing, yo. Either that or it's not ironic timing, and we're all fucked. Like, I don't know.
It's Armageddon.
Fuck. I got enough ammo to last for a little while. But I can take out some people that got more ammo along the way.
Yeah, I got a little bit, a very little bit. You know what I do have though,
Dabs.
which Tom, our package arrived today. Just so you know.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
But
Ooh, please present it.
banned.
See, this is why you have to make the switch to OnlyFans.
Nah. Yeah, my OnlyFans subscription.
It's where the real
$5.99.
streamers make money.
Time you hit me, I'll put another article of clothing back on.
He'd be wearing a patchwork outfit too. It's all put together with Velcro.
That.
Yeah.
$5.99, and I'll put the shoulder patch in place.
Right?
Oh, look at this hairy shoulder. You know you want to see it covered up.
Crawling up the legs.
3-piece socks.
Yeah. I'll put the toesies on. Do you want to see the toesies go on?
No.
So gross. I fucking hate toes. Like, I hate feet. That's grody.
Yeah, human body's gross.
Correct.
I'm not saying it's not a fun playground, but it is gross.
I mean, if you get down in the nitty gritty and focus on what isn't gross.
This weed that I'm about to smoke.
Shit.
When you get
Yeah, I'll
down
do
to
a dab to that.
nitty gritty details, that's worm shit and fucking dead animal that you're fucking smoking right there.
I mean,
Jared, can I do a dab on stream?
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, now you say that, but it's really just the nutrients that we're taking for the weed.
Yep.
What up?
Here. Hold on. I have my starting soon screen out here. I'll put it up. Oh, you're gonna be split into weird pieces, though. Yeah, you're cut into weird pieces. The camera's 7. Only 4 was. Damn, you doing a fucking trying to melt your way through the earth with that shit?
You out in the garage over there? I can't see the stream, so.
Yeah, that's way too hot, dude. What are you doing? That's too hot.
Well, right, and then I let it cool down. Right.
Or you could have just did it to the right temperature. I'm just saying, I'm fucking with you. You do you, man. You do you. Look, I got it.
Hey,
I, I,
I'm just a stoner girl
I ain't got
in a
no
stoner
dabs left, but
world.
I got a dab rig.
I mean,
My
I just
little
got this joint at the moment because, well, I'm out of dabs until Friday.
Is there anything I gotta add to my character sheet?
I only got this jar of weed
This dick.
and this jar
Wow.
of weed
Perfect.
and this jar of weed.
Okay, so
Wait, and this jar of
Chug,
weed.
you added the wild shape. You added
Ooh.
your spells and your cantrips to your sheet, right?
How do I end these cantrips?
Okay, you remember the little book thing on the right-hand side where the chat log is in Roll20? It's the compendium.
Yep, 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 yep.
Okay, so type in
Look at
guidance.
this. My man's dying.
Yeah, I do be dying.
You can't even open your eyes right now.
And then it should pull up on the right-hand side, and it should be
Fucking
under.
stoner.
I think it's like titled spells guidance or guidance spells, and then there's if you hover over something on there, you can drag and drop. So you have your character sheet open on the left, and then you drag and drop that just onto your character sheet anywhere on the character sheet, and it'll add it to it. It'll add it under your spells list. It'll add it, everywhere that you should need it.
Okay, maybe I'm high, but where in the book is this again?
You have to type it. You have to type it in the search bar of the book section.
So
Wait,
on
the little
on
not
Roll20,
art library journal.
Go
Nope,
past
not-
journal.
And that'll be to the
Next
next
tab,
one over.
another tab over.
It'll
D&D
say
5th
compendium.
edition.
Yeah,
Compendium,
yeah,
yes.
that's the compendium. Yep. So in the search bar of the compendium, type in the word guidance.
Gardens.
I'm guiding you to guidance.
Look at that. Does it matter
Now-
which one?
now-
I see two of them.
Now,
Yes, one of them is the 2024 edition. One of them not.
Yeah, you want the
We want-
2014
we
because
want
we're not
24.
compatible. Yeah, we want 2014, not 24.
now
There's
click that one.
PHB or 24.
hold
We
it.
want PHB.
Yeah, do PHP.
Now you're gonna click and hold and drag it. It's gonna appear as a draggable item, and drag it onto your character sheet. So make sure you have your character sheet pulled up.
You got that. Where
And then it will
did
add
go
the
then?
spell to your character sheet.
Yep. So just bring it to your character sheet and let go of the button, and it'll release it and just automatically put it in.
I had a nickel for every time I automatically.
You'd actually be out of money.
I would be.
they actually took your nickel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I swear to
I
God.
don't see it
he
anywhere
gave me
though.
the nickel
I tried
back.
to add it. It should be in my other attacks and spell casting, right? I don't see it.
Oh,
anywhere.
okay. So
You know,
guidance.
hold on.
On your
On
spells
your
tab.
character sheet, yeah, go click on your spells tab if you can find it. It's in the upper
Okay,
right
yep,
hand
yep,
corner,
yep.
I believe.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Okay. Yeah, because guidance isn't like an attack. Guidance is something like, okay, here's the best way that I could.
It was just a stat bonus, pretty much, right? I read it earlier.
Yeah, but use it all the fucking time. Literally.
Yeah.
So here.
Anytime you're standing next
j-
to one of us and we are making a roll, like anything that's not an attack roll, just yell guidance, and it's a free die for addition.
It's
Yeah.
Alright,
it's literally a spell nobody cared about until they started playing Baldur's Gate 3, and then they realized, holy fuck, I can use this all the time.
Oh my god, guidance is so good.
But for me,
I'm useful
for
now,
me-
guys.
you were already
You've been
useful.
useful.
Thank you very much. You brought me back to life. You are forever useful in my book.
And I
Um,
got spirits now. Okay, how do I add? What's it?
and then same thing. Where you typed in guidance, type in Thornwhip.
What about the
Um,
my animal shape shifting?
okay, so
Wild
the animal shape shifting, where I put it.
You can you can what you oh you also have access to his thing.
No, I'm just saying where I put it, like where I would
Oh.
put that on my sheet.
Oh,
Is
you can just you can get it from the compendium and add it like a spell.
oh, can you?
What's it called?
Yep, wild shape.
Wild shape.
Wild shape.
It should appear. You should have a number of charges added to the main page of your player sheet, like underneath your short
Boom,
rest,
wild
long
shape.
rest. It should have a counter that says wild shape and how many total and how many.
You also get another ability. Can someone look up the level 2 ability that
Total.
druids get?
Okay, yeah, I see it.
I already did. I sent it to him.
Okay. Like the one where they learn Sylvan and can talk to things.
I did.
Yep.
I got that. I got that.
Okay.
And I know my spirits too.
Know your spirits.
I want to see unicorns everywhere. I'm gonna be so
I
happy
don't know.
to see a unicorn.
I'm using the hawk so I don't get hit in the face with the crossbow again. That's the plan.
I mean, that's fair. They're all pretty good. To be
And
to
then-
be honest.
You gotta
You
reach
can
a
mix
certain
and
level
match.
before you can use flying characters, I think, or before you can turn into a flying
No,
creature.
he's
No, it's a
no, he's
spirit.
talking about he's choosing Circle
Oh,
of
the spirit.
Shepherd,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, far out.
and Hawk is one of the 3 spirit options.
Hawk, bear, unicorn. Quite the trifecta.
The Hawk Baracorn.
The hawk baracorn. I like it.
I'm just testing this out to make sure. Okay.
Now, Jonah, what's your wisdom score?
18-4.
Okay, so someone help me figure out the math. He gets how many spells per day? It's 4 plus
Proficiency bonus,
his proficiency bonus.
which is 1, right?
So
What?
so 1. So you can choose. You get 3 level 1 spell slots. You can only cast a level 1 spell 3 times a day, but you get the option of 5 different ones to prepare.
Okay.
So we got to choose 5. Being a druid, you can choose any of them per day. Any of the options from the druidic spell list, level 1, but you can only like use or have 5 ready at any time.
Alright, I got 5.
And like, okay, what are your 5?
Earth tremor, entangle, fog cloud, healing word, speak with animals.
Okay.
Oh, and then you could probably change speak with animals because of your path that you
Oh
went.
yeah. That was
Yeah,
from before.
yeah.
Let me read around a
So
little now.
do you
Cured
have
wounds.
access to
That's
cure
another thing.
wounds? Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
a good one
cure
to have,
wounds.
honestly,
I'll have
because
another
you're one
heal.
of our 2 healers.
Yeah. There was like a super healer circle, but besides that,
No, you
it was
don't.
pretty
You know what? The thing is that like in D&D, healing works in weird ways, and so it's almost better to be like an off healer where you can still do other things, but still get like the small heals in, because like it's more important that you can pick someone up that with a healing spell than being able to give someone a large chunk of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that
I want
makes
to be able to
sense.
keep them from being put out short rests and rest surf.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, like straight up dedicated healers, they're OP, like a life domain cleric. Holy fuck me,
Yeah, those
you're never
folks
gonna
that can
die.
just
Or
throw you 50 hit points in a round is
Yeah.
pretty fucking awesome when your tank gets decimated.
Yeah.
yeah.
Double life. It's pretty dope.
But the other thing is that like
True.
you've got an artificer in your group, so he can off heal technically. Um, And you know, the thing is, druids are good utilitarian characters. Like if there's a 50-foot gap you have to get across, usually a druid's got something in their toolkit to solve
Yeah.
that. You know.
And then also like once you, because your wild shape, right? That or the one that turns you into an animal. I mean
Mhm.
that counts as temp hit points. So it basically doubles your HP, or
Yeah.
triple or quadruples depending
Yeah.
on what kind of creature you turn into,
So if you
and
get
Yeah.
that gets
So-
better
so, like-
as you get.
out of wild shape, you just
Okay, so how does that work exactly? I was reading, and there was like a couple options
So-
at first, but as I get like a higher level, I can pick like other stuff and like try.
Yeah.
Is that how that's how that works?
Yeah, as you have limited options at first, but as you get like level up, you get more options. Basically, is how that works. And we can get you the list of options that you can choose from at this level. I think the most popular ones are like the bear, the dire wolf, and
Yeah, I was about
what's
to
the
say.
other
I
one?
remember bear
at
was
this
like one of the
level, I
few on the
think
list.
it's either bear or why is it?
There's a third one, but I
Fox.
can't remember what it is.
It's like
It's-
mountain lion or something.
Yeah,
it's
all
not
smaller
bad.
ones.
Yeah,
But yeah, so if
but
when
they
you
each
take
have
your
different like
wild shape,
stats.
when you take your wild shape, you won't be able to cast any of your spells or anything. You'll be totally dependent on the attacks associated with that wild shape,
Yeah. Okay, I'm just a bear.
Yeah.
Got it.
essentially. But if you get knocked out,
Now-
like if your HP of your bear hits 0, then you just turn back into your druid with your still full hit point.
Now,
What is-
reversely, actually,
Okay, so
hold on.
I can actually run up a
Reversely,
little now.
yeah, you'll be able to run up a little bit, and you can use it reversely as a healing spell for yourself. Because if your druid gets knocked down low, like as your base self, you can then wild shape into an animal, and the you get the full hit points of the animal.
So it's a little bit of a kick ass, get away with it, and then run away if you need, kind of thing.
Mhm.
But you do have a limited amount of times you can change shape per day.
So at second level, what do they get access to? CR quarter or half?
Yeah, CR
Yeah,
quarter.
Okay.
No flying, no swimming.
No, but you do get access to giant wolf spider.
That was
Oh,
the
yeah,
third
that's
one.
what it
Giant
is.
wolf spider was.
Spider.
Yeah,
Yeah, a giant
Yeah,
wolf spider.
giant spider.
Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. I was playing video games.
What video games? None of us would ever
Yeah.
play video games. That's like weird.
It's not like I'm not currently playing a video game right now.
was
I
gonna say,
know.
Tom really likes to multitask.
Yeah.
You know what? To be fair, I'd be doing it all the time too, Nick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not, as long as you do your fucking job and answer me when I ask you a question, that's really all that matters to me. I don't care.
As long as I didn't fall asleep. Sometimes I doze off. That's
Yeah.
just because I'm
Just
tired.
Don't
Sorry,
waste your
sleep
fellow
before.
players' time is all, So that's all I care about.
I don't mean to.
No, I'm not
Who are we
Razzing
missing it?
Nick. I'm just I just pinged him. Or I just texted him. I say we give him, I don't know. What is it?
Minutes?
Give him 8 minutes. We'll get started at 25.
Does anybody have a
25
cell?
after. Yeah, I texted him already.
All right. He's pooping. That's usually it, right? You walk away to poop.
Nah, he's on the team at Fairview that I used to be on. So, and he's actually now the supervisor of the patient monitoring team, which means very frequently something can blow up, and it doesn't matter whether he's on call or not. He might have to just go and drive into a hospital at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So,
We get two things though. One, Nick, these are both signed by Keith David. You get one of them. They've just been sitting in my bag forever, and I need to get that back to you.
oh, far out. Yeah, sweet. That was nice of him.
And Ian, I've got old Magic the Gathering cards that I haven't unwrapped.
Hell, what? Hell yeah!
I got them in 2012. I think they're worthless, but there might be an actual good card in there. So if you ever want to do like Twitch reveal or something.
Yeah,
She's got M13.
that's M13 over there. Fuck yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Little old core. Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with core.
Sorry, I don't know how to deal with there's plastic on them, so they're really hard to see. But this one's a Centaur Courser,
Ah, Centaur Courser. It's a good card.
but who knows what's behind there? You know, there could be
It
more.
could be anything.
It could be all worthless. Who knows? But they're I don't know.
I mean, you might want to open that up just to make sure there isn't like a Black Lotus in there or something.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
There's
You know.
something good in
Unless
here, but I think
There would have to be alpha for it to be a Black Lotus.
Yeah, that's fair.
If
It
there's a
really-
Black Lotus, you might be getting word from Post Malone. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I hope not. But I'm just saying.
Well,
should do
'cause
another
that was
one.
Didn't they only make one ring card for the Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering? And
They made
some
a
random guy
specialty
got it.
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, they made 500 of them, but like there's
Oh, did
series
they?
one. Yeah. There's 500 of them, but
Okay.
he bought the one of five, like number one serialized number. I'm
that's
pretty sure
dream,
that
isn't
one
it?
of one.
But
To
he
get your
bought it
hands
off
on
of-
one of those things and then have some billionaire come and buy it off you and let
Yep.
you be a billionaire or let you be slightly rich so that they can go ahead and flaunt their wealth over their
Yep.
ability to buy this stupid card. Nobody will
Yep.
ever see one again because they'll all belong to billionaires.
I'd squeeze him for more. I'd be like, "You want this?" Because George Clooney called.
Yeah.
Who else
George
plays
Clooney
Magic?
isn't interested in
Also
anything
bought,
other than Nespresso machines. All right.
Oh, you want this Black
True.
Lotus?
Espresso
Well,
is good,
Jeff
I hear.
Bezos and Elon Musk have both expressed interest in it. Get that bidding.
Yeah.
That's if they wanted it, I would specifically wait until they were within arm's reach, and I would burn it. Just
Just as they're
I
handing you the
don't know,
check,
man. I
just
could
tear it in
really use
half
the money.
slowly.
I could really use the money
Like-
as well.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I can really use. I'd do a deal with the devil, man.
There's a price tag. There's a price tag. There's
I don't
definitely
know.
a
I do
price
have some-
tag.
I do have some standards because, like, I actually like Post Malone. Like, I find I like, you know,
Sound
I
like a bad guy. Yeah.
he seems
I-
chill.
I know a guy who, he was telling me a story once, how he was working out in his yard, and some guy saw his boat in his driveway, and he says, "Hey, is that boat for sale?" And he says, "Well, listen, everything's for sale. It's just a matter of coming to an agreement on the price." You know? And I was like, that's a pretty straightforward concept, like.
Yep. And
That's a
I
very factual statement. I like that.
Actually
I like that
valid.
a lot. Ugh. Right. Forgive me. I'm gonna move inside here, so I'm gonna disappear for a second.
And-
he's
Do
gonna
what
go
you want.
poof.
Oh,
That's what I mean. It's all about the pooping, friends. Just don't take me with you. I don't want to be there.
No, poof, not poop.
Yeah. not
Man,
poof,
your head is
with an
just
F.
around poop, isn't it?
Got cockeye in the mind.
I mean, come on. I think for the amount of times Ian has to take a poop break while we play D&D, it's valid that the mind goes there initially.
I mean,
And,
okay, okay.
I bought-
Mine,
okay.
mine would.
I'll give you it.
Fuck.
I'll give you it.
I bought a
Sometimes you
very,
gotta let the
very
poison out.
important book for my kids once, and it's called Everybody Poops.
Everybody.
Oh,
Got
that's
a
a great
problem with
book.
that? You missed a book in your childhood. I was talking
I
about
was-
Everybody Poops.
I like the Family Guy sketch where he's at the bookstore and he's
I'm on
trying to get a book like that, and the guy says, "Well, we have Everybody Poops." And he goes, "Well, yeah, see, we're Catholic though." And he goes, "Oh, well then you're a naughty child, and that's concentrated evil coming out of you."
I do believe that's true. Being
Yes.
Catholic.
Hey, the
Uh,
Pope just died. Let's show just a.
No, no,
no
we're on
Catholic jokes
brand.
today. I'm just kidding.
That
Sorry.
means we're on brand today.
Okay. He did die on
Yeah.
Easter, so go ahead, have at him.
Well, I'm not having at the Pope. No, that's
No.
tragic. Anybody
No,
dying.
I'm just ragging on Catholics in general, right?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
We'll celebrate
at
the
him.
passing of the Pope's life in the traditional Catholic way, and that is through alcoholism and extramarital affairs.
Did you guys see
yes.
Marjorie Taylor Greene? And I hate to even bring that person up, but I feel it's important for this conversation since we opened the door. But she posted on social media that there was a lot of world leader changeover today, and all the evil is being taken out by God. Like, what? You just said that God killed the Pope? I mean,
it was on
yeah.
Easter.
Well, I mean, when you look at the concept that historically the Church, the Vatican itself, employed numerous executioners, and they were given the title the Pope's executioner. I mean, really,
Oh,
one could infer
I guess
that
I didn't
God
realize
truly
that.
enjoys the killing.
Well, I
One
mean,
might also infer the Christ God demands blood.
Oh God,
blood
what
for
is
the
that
blood
from?
god.
That sounds like a movie.
Sorry, I said the Christ God. The Christ God demands blood. But I've been listening to a lot of metal lately, so pay me no mind. Pay me no mind.
Well, there's one for the crazy people that said metal's the one that's making our kids go.
Yeah, well,
They
I
might
wouldn't
be
say it
onto
would.
something.
In my,
I've
it
heard,
wouldn't be metal.
I've heard some weird shit come out of Nick's mouth before, but
You know what Tenacious D says? No,
quite the
lot.
man.
no one can destroy the metal.
That's right.
That is true.
Punk tried to dethrone the metal.
Fail.
Ha ha ha!
Failed.
They failed. That is probably one of their best songs.
Wrong.
And the best part is if you ever see them perform it live, they've got like an 8-foot tall guy on stilts dressed in this giant metal, like horned costume. And like he's standing there like doing this dance, and then as they sing the verses, like some new wave looking guy comes out and he like tries to like engage the metal, and the metal will, like punch him and he goes flying away and stuff, and then like it's just cool stuff.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I'm dying.
All right. Well, we are at 8:26. I think we'll just kind of, pretend Nocturne is about, but just not speaking for the purposes of this remaining journey. Let me go ahead and get the recap of the last session up.
I don't know. I like it when Nocturna speaks. She's actually nice.
Yeah, Nick was like, I went for the rogue build that I didn't think was going to be very useful because it all had a bunch of role-playing elements, and like within the first 2 episodes, everything I picked was super useful, and I was like, all right, DMing win.
Yeah.
So, all right.
You are the master now.
Previously, the party ventures through the snowstorm with Rulin in tow. They make to return to Hundlestone. Upon their arrival, Rulin is turned in to the Watch for punishment. Nocturna is able to use Rulin's ledger to determine the location of his hidden cache of stolen goods. The mayor rewards the party, who now return to Longhouse number 3 to reunite Svaldi with his ancestral axe. He and Clea are very grateful and reward the party with Clea's intended dowry, a tourmaline gem. Beomar also contributes a little something to the party's reward in the form of gold. Though the mood is lightened by the apprehension of the thief, this levity proves fleeting, as Raymar's condition has worsened still. Soon, it becomes apparent to all that not only will he be unable to make the rest of the journey, but his remaining hours are also becoming few. The dying dwarf confides in the party, explaining that he has a somewhat estranged daughter in Lonelywood. His hope with this journey was to get to her and spend his last remaining days with her, but most importantly, so he could impart his remaining wealth to her. He explains that she is impoverished, and he intended to give her his savings before he died. He humbly asks the party to take his bag to 10 towns, make their way to Lonelywood, and deliver it to his daughter Ragma. He explains that he has left instructions within the bag for his daughter, specifying the need to compensate the party for their efforts. The party agrees, taking Remar's pack and beginning to plan the next leg of their journey. Before the night ends, Remar's stone anvil passes on, hopefully to return to the halls of Moradin. The following day, the dwarf is buried in the Hundlestone graveyard. A small dwarven ceremony is carried out in his honor. Once the ceremony is ended, the party catches up with Neb and Hearthclow. Having heard from the Watch that Remar has negotiated selling the remainder of his wares to the halfling before his passing, Nebin is drowning his sorrows over the prospect of being detained several weeks before being able to complete the journey north to the Dale, and agrees to share some goods and even sell or buy others to aid the party's journey. Once this transaction is settled, the party relaxes for the rest of the evening, resolving to begin the next leg of their journey north in the morning. As they set out the following day, the sun is high and the snowdrifts along the road are equally as high. The trek is slow going as the group works to navigate the path toward the dale safely.
I'm sorry,
It is
Nick.
Yeah.
Team meeting, y'all. I need a team meeting before we continue any of this journey. We specifically agreed that we would tell Ragnar, Lord Ragnarok, that we would absolutely tell his daughter that he died tragically. But she knows nothing of his wealth. And we're to be compensated properly, are we not? Right?
I'm just gonna walk away from you.
I mean, it's for the good of the party.
I walk
And
away.
she also wouldn't know how much he had, if that makes you squeamish.
All right, let me finish the thing, and then you can have this discussion, please. All right.
Very well.
It is late afternoon when the group approaches a narrow canyon through the southern edge of the spine. Snow piles high upon the cliffs of either side, signaling a high risk for avalanche. TB begins to scout for an alternate route and finds a series of scalable cliffs along the northern edge. The party is losing daylight, but resolves to climb the cliffs rather than risk an avalanche through the canyon. The climb takes nearly an hour. The party reaches the summit and begins to cross a rock bridge leading toward a much gentler descent on the other side. As they make their way to the bridge, however, a strange howling can be heard on the wind. As the party approaches the crossing, however, some among the group spot the source of the howling. A large, furry-horned figure, a yeti, now approaches them menacingly. The beast attacks, and the party fights valiantly to defend themselves. Krethos is badly injured in the assault, but soon the beast is gravely wounded itself and then succumbs to its wounds. With the danger now dealt with, the party prepares to camp before the sun sets completely. All right. Now continue with your horribly immoral pitch.
No, it's not immoral to do
It
what's
totally
right.
is.
To tell her the morally right. Money is an object. It's not anything
Look.
more important than if he had left a lot of lint around. Really, we're
Look.
just cleaning up after the old guy. However, it's a lot of money that could do a lot of good for our party, for our adventures.
I
could
walk
use it
away.
for several reasons I can think of that would aid locals. Even we might even consider providing a silver for charity. But the rest I do think belongs to our party. You know, for the good of the community and our potential charity.
And I think this is terrible. I float.
I don't know. Can I persuade anyone?
Considering I'm the one that has the stuff, no, you can't
Yeah.
persuade anyone in this party
So,
to get it.
and when it comes to actually interacting with other players, I will allow people to make checks if they want and insight rolls, but never is the result able to actually influence a player's decision. A player always gets to have their decision no matter what. So
I mean,
even if they can see, if they lose their insight check and they can sense some validity to what you're saying, they still don't have to make the choice if they don't want to.
Well, sorry, that was me. I was
Oh.
switching to my computer quick.
No, and table talk, if anybody in this party was going to be convinced, it would have been TB, and TB's like, fuck no, that seems dirty.
I mean,
Yeah, and I would say anybody who's willing to listen to Alia's pitch can go ahead and make an insight check. But again, you don't have to adhere to the results. Your choice is yours to make no matter what, and always.
just for everyone, I'm neutral good. We can
Are
be
you
good.
sure?
This is
Are you
from the
sure
right
about that?
perspective. From the
You're kind of
right,
more. You're going more into
Well-
neutral territory here.
yeah, it's good. It's just good
Or-
for
or-
the the law I decide in this moment,
Okay,
which is you're right.
So currently we are resting or walking down the road.
Yeah.
Walking.
You're kind of making your way down the sort of the other side of the cliffside here. This is more of just kind of like a sloped descent, which really isn't
Oh, okay.
too steep. But the sun is
so-
starting to go down.
As I get a decent distance and I turn back and I see TB coming, I'll kind of give a nod to TB and then I'll shout, "Hey, let's go! And if you try and pick my pocket, you're as good as dead."
No, I would never do such a thing.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm pretty
And
open
then I
and
continue down the
honest
hill.
about what I want and what I intend to do. So
Just give it out a fair warning.
it's fair.
All right. As the hillside kind of starts to even out now, and you find yourself on flat ground once again, you can sort of make out an area of the snow that kind of seems just a little leveled out a bit, which you can only presume to be where the road would typically be under less snowy circumstances. I think we did a survival check last session, and it was determined building a shelter and sort of trying to just sort of rest fully geared up in the shelter was the best way to go about it, rather than start a fire and generate heat and sweat. But it is up to the party to determine how they want to set up camp this evening.
Yeah, I think I remember something about we rolled so well that we ended up digging basically like
A big
snow igloos and trenches and whatnot. I think is what we went with.
Yeah, that works for me.
Good memory, Tom. Holy crap. Like, as you were saying it, I was like, oh, yeah, we did do that. But if you hadn't said that, I wouldn't have brought that up.
Honestly, Tom, for real, like for the amount of marijuana that me and you both intake, you have a superior memory, sir.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You're
Trap,
welcome.
man.
I was like,
All right.
almost a compliment.
It's a great trap.
Right? It was almost a compliment. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with that statement right there.
Love you, bud.
Love you too.
Hey, sir.
All right.
Hey, we're both in the same boat.
As the sun finally starts to go down, the air starts to get just a little bit colder, and you all kind of now retreat into your little sort of igloo structures. And you kind of, do you want to set up a watch for the evening or no?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I have a weird ability where, like, I don't have to actually sleep.
Are you a half elf or an elf?
No, gosh, I'm gonna have to actually look up an ASMR again. But
she wanted
you're
an
an ASMR.
ASMR.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Let me look.
Oh.
Hang on.
I believe the thing is, I don't have to be sleeping, but I have to be like kind of focused on something, which could be watching the landscape, for any changes.
Give me a sec here. I can tell you in just a moment.
There's something about the Hexblade and where the ASMR are. I think it's in Tasha's or something, or Volo's.
No, ASMR and Volo's Guide to Monsters. I don't see anything about sleep. You've got dark vision, you have resistance to necrotic damage and radiant damage. You do have a healing ability. Did you know that? As an action, you can touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of hit points equal to your level. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. And you're a fallen ASMR, right?
I believe she is, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you still gotta sleep just like everybody else. In fact, sleep is typically how your patron communicates with you if and when they decide to do so. So, you still require the regular 6 hours of sleep. However, if you want to take first watch, that won't mess things up for you at all.
Yes, you can take first watch.
Are you? If you're speaking, Courtney, you're muted.
That I should have gotten by a real life
Yeah,
simultaneous.
probably a kid thing. Well, does anybody else want to take first watch?
I'll take first watch. Fuck it.
All right. Okay.
I'll take second watch.
Third watch going once.
Sorry.
I'll take third watch.
Okay.
Yeah. So wait, can I not do it the entire time then, or what? What is the trait? Sorry about that.
You have to sleep just like everybody else. There's nothing about that.
That's. I'm gonna look that
Plus, I don't know if you heard me say it, but you actually do have a healing ability. Were you aware?
Yeah, it's the one. It's my
Yeah.
level. It heals you
Yeah.
for my level,
Correct.
and so it's healing hands, which is not hands of healing, or it's backwards. Some
But you do have to sleep, and additionally, sleeping is kind of how your patron communicates with you if and when they decide to communicate with you.
Oh, there was
So.
something about the hex blade. I'm gonna.
Oh, the
find out.
hexblade. Right. I don't.
Yeah.
Fucking hexblade.
Yeah.
This is like.
In most things, but every single time it's like, why is this in Xanatar? Why is it? I don't
Yeah.
think
Nobody
it's...
ever wants to just be a dwarf fighter anymore, you know.
No, I think
No,
it
I'm
is
just I'm just a human fighter for now.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
just
okay.
a
That's
Goliath
fair.
fighter.
That's fair.
53.
Let's see here. Hang on.
I'm just a
Xanatar,
fairy artificer. Big fucking dude.
You're like the hipster of this party.
Dude,
and I hate it.
you're gonna love Artificer in the upcoming levels. Like
Yeah.
it's a really, from what I've seen other people do with it, it seems like a really great class.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in hexblade for this either.
Hold on.
All right. I'm gonna go
Okay.
ahead. All right. You keep looking. TB. This is a pretty desolate place. However, as night falls, you hear all sorts of noises. Far, far off in the distance. First you hear the distant howling of wolves in one direction. And then moments later, in a completely opposite direction, you'll hear sort of an answering howl. All of this is pretty far off, and it doesn't cause you too much alarm, short of just simply being a little jarring while you're sort of sitting there, keeping an eye about. Somewhere further in the distance, you just hear a sort of a distant rumbling blast sort of noise, almost like thunder, but just an initial crack, like a single crack of thunder. And a few seconds later, you hear another crack and another crack. And this is still well off in the distance, but you're quite certain it's not thunder that you're hearing, and you're not entirely certain what the cause of the sound is. And because of that, regardless of the distance, it's a little jarring. It's a little hard to...
Oh, damn. I was going to do an insight roll to see if this seems like something I should wake people up on.
I mean,
Probably seems fine.
as you kind of listen to the sound, it is random. Sort of like thunder, but at the same time, it also clusters a little bit. And your mind starts to wander. Maybe there's a wizard just walking through the mountains, calling down blasts of lightning. But you
Maybe there's
decide
an
not to get
ogre.
too worked up.
There's an ogre just boxing him.
Also a very, very possible
All right. Well,
situation.
I'm not gonna freak out too much about it. I'll just who's taking the second watch?
I believe it
would
was
be me.
Rackham.
Rackham. When I go to wake Rackham up, I'll be like, hey, you should listen. Like, there's some weird noises. Pay attention if they get close.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. And Rackham, you can go ahead and make a perception check as well.
Yeah.
You kind of
Yeah.
you kind of sit back, and it's been a long day. Your joints ache, you're cold, your boots are on just a little tight, and you just need some time to just kind of maybe loosen your boots a bit and kind of readjust your armor and just kind of like relax a second. And you know,
Oh yeah, this is pretty nice here. You know, look at those stars. Is
it's
it
nice to just
cloudy?
not be. It's not actually.
Oh
It's
yes,
quite clear.
lovely. Oh lovely.
And yes, you even do notice the aurora borealis occasionally, ever so slightly. Not
Oh.
It's not a huge display, but you do see little bits and pieces of it here and there. And it kind of becomes something that you're almost transfixed with as the night goes on, and as you kind of stare intently at the sky, you hardly notice the occasional baying of wolves in the distance. But after a while, after a fashion, you start to realize, oh, my watch is up. And I believe it
I will
was
go wake up Kratos. Hey, I think I heard some wolves in the distance, but it's a pretty clear night, pretty relaxing night actually. Um, I have a good watch, and I'll go lay down.
Okay. Kratos, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. I'm not very perceptive, but I'll take it.
You are
You're way more
today.
than me.
I get a -1 on my perception, by the way, guys.
You're not the guy to leave on watch in a dangerous place.
No.
As you kind of sit back, you kind of notice, oh yeah, the sky is kind of nice. The stars are very pretty. You can see a lot of them. And it's not too dark out because the snow kind of reflects what little light goes around to a higher degree. And it's kind of, despite the miserable, all day of walking in the cold, this actually isn't a bad moment. And that's when you hear a thundering crack in the distance, followed by two more very swift thundering cracks. I would say you could go ahead and I don't know, make an intelligence check.
It is my better stat, but there's always that.
It's thunder.
It's thunder.
Oh.
Obviously, there's a thunderstorm going on.
Oh man, I love thunderstorms.
Somewhere there are thunderclouds on this perfectly clear night, probably just behind the mountains.
It makes total sense.
You don't know how this stuff works. This place, it's a completely different place. Your watch passes, and you reach over to wake up. Is it Alia or Jug? Alia?
Sorry.
Okay.
What do I have now?
Are you at fourth watch?
Yep, totally.
Okay.
I'm doing that. Perception?
Yep. You also should have the benefit of a long rest at this point because you have slept your full 6 hours.
Okay. I believe I've done that. Let me triple check.
There should just be a long rest button on your character sheet you should be able to hit.
Yeah, it's not really doing anything.
That's okay, then I'd
Maybe
probably...
it's updating.
You should just
quickly.
get all your spell slots back at least, but
Anyway.
go ahead and give me a perception check.
Got it. Did that roll? Nope, that's you.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh, I am so
Yes.
sorry.
Yes, you're doing just as well as me. I love it. I love it.
We're all
Um,
together on this
You're a
one.
little groggy, huh?
You know, it takes a little effort to get up in the morning, and you know the sun isn't even up yet. So as you rise, you kind of sit back and think, well, you know, maybe everyone would like to wake up to a cooking fire, you know, and you sort of put together a little bit of tinder and some stuff and start to light a little fire, and you know, even kind of hold some of your rations over it as you begin to give yourself the closest thing you're going to get to a hot meal today. And it's a cozy little fire, and within an hour the sun is just starting to peek over the mountains. And at that, everyone else gains the benefit of a long rest and now awakens. A cozy
very
little
nice.
fire waiting for you.
As I am. Okay, so we notice it immediately. I will get up and very much, in the sense of, I don't remember if it was Sam or Frodo, but go stomp that fire out.
Put it out, you fools! Put it out!
Yes.
Yes,
And then,
Wow.
yep, and then look around and, you know, try and see if anything is in waiting.
Did anyone else enjoy that nice
Nice.
thunderstorm that happened off in the distance? I couldn't tell which way it was coming from, but God, some
Yeah.
wondrous thunder.
Yeah, so visible from where I sit. Yeah, I saw the whole thing. I rolled a 3 on my perception. So I definitely saw it all. Cool. What should we do now, y'all?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking on mute. Yeah. Rackham, as you stand up and stomp on the fire, it's the tiniest of little fires, and as soon as you stomp your foot down on it, it's extinguished almost immediately. Everybody use 1 ration.
Crap, we have to pay attention to that in your world?
Yes.
You have to do it when you're in the wilderness.
For nighttime, I'll use the Wanderer thing.
How
Or, like,
much does the Dungeoneer's pack have in it? I don't...
Should have 10.
10 to start with.
Thank you, sorry.
All right, and I'm sorry, the Wanderer trait. What was that?
Or Outlander. Let's see this one. Oh no, not that one. That one. But it for each day, right? So like.
I would say that this definitely falls into that category, even if you have to sort of, dare I say, melt snow over a fire that you just put out. But yeah, I would say if that's, you can use that trait. I would say
I
it's
mean,
going to take.
everything except for fresh water.
Okay. I would say
Yeah.
it's going to delay the beginning of your journey for the day by about an hour and a half to 2 hours. You can go ahead and make me a survival check though if you want.
Is that cool with the party? And then you can keep your rations for later.
Why don't we? Why don't we use the rations in the hopes that
Sure.
get there before we run out?
Yeah, I kind of actually like normally I would be kind of about the scavenger forage thing, but we're on a little bit of a time crunch, right? Because something about um
It's just not a good idea to be in these
Yeah.
mountains long at this.
yeah, we should probably move on.
Okay. Then
All
I'll
right,
skip the
then.
survival roll.
Everyone go ahead and use up one ration from your inventory then. And then whoever is going to be acting as the party's guide, go ahead and give me a survival check.
I think you know what? Here, can me and Tom kind of lead the pack together, and because I think we both have survival.
Yep.
Yeah, if
I
you
got
both got survival, then one of you can assist the other and grant them advantage.
Go for it, Tomer.
Okay.
My guidance.
Yes, you sure
can.
You
Thanks.
can.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're getting it.
Yeah.
Yes,
it
I
is.
am.
there you
I gotta go
go.
back to my
Alright,
spells.
Already doing better than
Boom.
Trogdor.
So then I. Oh, Trogdor. Rest
And
in
you can
peace.
add a
He
d4
is
to that. All right,
Or
so
dragon.
Yeah, 16.
all right. You're able to determine where the road is pretty simply, and you can see, sort of just by following the tree line, how it meanders and eventually begins to distance itself from the spine of the world, sort of arcing to the northeast. As it does, you know, you kind of look back to the rest of the party and say, listen, it's going to be another day of wading through snowdrifts, just to kind of get everybody to lower their expectations on the journey. That being said, everybody go ahead and give me an athletics check for the day.
Let it,
Even me.
Yeah, actually not you. You wouldn't count here.
uh, can I use acrobatics instead?
No, I think this is probably
I'll
going to
be
be just.
jumping or flipping down the lane instead of just walking. Come on.
You're
Nah,
gonna
I
be
think.
jumping and flipping through snow that's like waist
Yeah.
high.
This is
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
got
hurt
wings,
when
bro.
it's
Just you wait.
Do you have them yet, though?
No.
Okay, well, there we go then.
You're gonna sprout any day now, okay? Where are your fucking wings? Okay, all right, fine.
You want? I can show you my wings. I can. Do you want to fight a
No.
dragon?
No. I really do not want to fight a dragon.
I changed my mind. But one of y'all is carrying my ass up this fucking hill. Like this
No.
isn't good.
Come on, you got this.
No, it's an 8. Oh, did I just roll to the GM?
No.
No. I see it.
No. I'm just shouting words of
Offering,
encouragement.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
got
Oh.
this.
The Jugs could just
All right,
turn
let's
into
see
like
here.
a fucking snow cat or something and just pounce through this shit easy as could be. Turn into a bunny.
He could turn into a giant spider. I think that would probably help him here.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, wait,
that'll. I think you can only change shape for a full hour, though, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is going to be for the full day's journey, basically. So.
Yeah, so don't actually do that.
Yeah, I would save that just in case you need it. The journey is slow going, and it's none too pleasant. By about midday, you calculate you've made probably about 8 to 9 miles. You've got roughly another 4 hours travel, and everybody's kind of getting a getting a bit tired. You're not. One thing you notice is that you're not making as fast of time as you're hoping, and so what you can do is you can push everybody and try and march faster to try and make up for the lost time, or just accept that you're just going to be going a bit slower at this point.
I mean, I'm super charismatic. I'll try and shout, or I'll try and convey words of encouragement, like, "You got this." You know, I mean, we just gotta, you know, just step up our game a little bit, and it's gonna get dark soon. We don't want to be traveling in the dark, right? I can't see in the dark.
I'm gonna cheer you on for cheering the team on and give you some assistance with that role. That seems impossible. I mean, but yeah, we got this. Totally. I'm positive this is gonna fail. Let's keep going.
Same thing, but in my own style. I'm gonna float backwards to the air and be like, "Come on, you lazy sons of bitches! You're holding me back. Let's go."
I'm gonna give a wonderful performance check on that to see if I can boost the morale of people. Maybe, you know.
Yeah, I'll give you. I tell you what, I'll give you a persuasion check. Also, I will let TV have a an intimidation check if he wants.
An intimidation check.
Okay. Everyone can make an athletics roll again for the rest of the day. I'm gonna let you all have a +2 to the roll.
Can I keep my original roll?
That's better.
So fucking bad.
No, you cannot keep your original roll. Sorry.
Oh.
You a 7. How a 1?
I went from a nat 20 to a 9.
You
I died.
No, you might be okay. We can all maybe pull Tom to safety.
I have an aggregated total basically that you guys have to hit. So as long as your stuff adds up and totals a certain number, that's really all that matters. In this case, it paid off. And you all press yourselves a little bit harder. Wading through the snow is a bitch and it's a pain. And even though a lot of times you feel like you just need to stop and just give your calves a rest, you just keep pressing on and you keep pushing forward. And as you do finally start making better time this afternoon. I would say as the day starts to kind of come close to ending, Krathos and Rackham, one of you can make a survival check if you want, or one of you with advantage if that's what you want to do.
You go for it, buddy.
Well, wait. What's your bonus?
2.
Yeah, you go for it because I got a 1.
Oh, okay.
Oop.
Okay. You're fairly certain that you've pretty much made up most of the time that you lost with the slow morning movement. That being said, though, I'm gonna need everybody to go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw now at this point. Except for TB, because really, well, I'd say TB as well. Having to spend the entire day flying is kind of a bitch. You don't like having to do that.
Yeah, I do. I think.
Wow, I rolled a 2.
Is
I got a
Constitution and Constitution save? Where's Constitution save?
Save
It
is
should be
all the way at the top to the left on the left side, like directly to the right of your ability scores.
We're good.
Okay. Everybody who got a 12 or better avoids
Exhaustion.
exhaustion. That's the one.
Oh,
Seriously.
that's okay.
So,
I
Rackham,
take a
you
point
have
of
1
exhaustion.
point of exhaustion. Yes.
Ugh.
That's all right.
Kinda.
Out of like the whole party, we can carry you, buddy. Or they can. I'm gonna keep walking.
I'll walk up to Kratos. I'll kind of like reach up a little bit and tap him on the shoulder. All right, you're taking point this time. I'll still help, but I'm a little tired. We're almost there, right? Right?
You little bitch.
Tired.
Well, because you guys are both really
Toughen
big.
up, Buttercup.
Is that it? Like two big bros? Are we piss testing right now?
Yeah, we are. You jealous?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could do
we're-
that too. You wouldn't
No,
believe
you-
it. Doesn't come
All
out
right.
of the same spot though.
All right, I've been in the
this
middle of
is-
these conversations
This
too
is
many
not
times.
what I. This is not
I'm
where I
gonna
want.
stop this right here.
This is not where I
Please.
want to be, Nick.
I'm with
I
you.
don't-
and
I don't want
that's,
this.
That's
I
why
don't
I'm just
either.
going to go ahead and say, as this argument starts to ensue, it becomes very apparent to everyone almost immediately that the sun is starting to go down rather rapidly behind the mountains while you continue to dilly-dally, and so it becomes apparent it is once again time to make camp. As you do so, we'll do watch again. Who's taking first watch?
I'll
Sorry,
do
guys.
it.
This time. Oh,
Stick with the same order.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
With having exhaustion, can I break up my rest, or do I have to get a consistent 6 hours?
In your case, you need to get a consistent 6 hours.
Okay, so I can either take first watch
I can
or
watch
last
them.
watch. Okay.
Well, I am very. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Instead of my watch, I'm gonna tinker with my jewel kit and gem and some gold coins and start about making a ring.
Okay.
You know, that was awesome, and thank you for taking me on that trip. How we got to that ring making, dude, that was awesome. It was like Willy Wonka in that tunnel. Not good. You want it to stop, but gosh, it's kind of exciting when you just say, please stop, and it happens. Wonderful. It was awesome.
All right.
Really fun.
So go ahead and give me a Tinker Tools kit check, and then go ahead and give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Can I assist?
You are
Oh,
fast
shit.
asleep.
So that first roll, 5. What I got? Perception was 5.
Wait, with disadvantage?
Yeah, because I rolled a 5. Like I rolled the perception before.
Oh,
I
yes,
did
yes, got you. Okay, I see that. I'm sorry. Well, the good news is your tinkering bore fruit. You know, you've sort of been able to sort of work this large tourmaline gem into a fitting that you're hoping you can be able to mount on a ring very soon. But you have the beginnings of a very nice stone inset for a very nice ring. You notice your time is up, and you kind of look around last minute to be like, oh, I might as well do that watch thing. And as you do, you don't really hear much at all. And then you wake up. Was it Rackham or was it Jug?
I think it was Jug.
Jug.
Okay,
I
Jug,
wake up.
go ahead and give me a perception check. All right. Jug, you kind of stand up, you stretch out a little bit, you start to pace around just to make sure you're keeping yourself awake, and as you do, you kind of begin to watch, take a look at the horizon and what's kind of start eyeing up everything that's kind of within a 100-foot perimeter of your camp. And it's quiet. It is very quiet, and as you look about, you kind of notice that perhaps the cold weather maybe is keeping the animals kind of in, but for the most part, it's just the sound of the wind tonight. And with that, your watch passes, and you reach over and wake up. Was it Kratos?
Yep.
Okay. Kratos, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. Or perceptive. Yes.
Okay.
I'm very good at this.
Very good at this.
I'm very good at this.
Hey, that was cheesy.
Good at this. Yes, it was.
Nah.
All right, let's see here. Okay. Give me just a moment.
Un
I
momento,
have to
por
check something
favor.
quick. Yes. Okay. As you begin to kind of pace the camp and kind of try and wake yourself up, smack yourself across the face a couple of times,
Yep.
you look around and camp's quiet.
Too
The
quiet.
wilderness is quiet. And as you begin to peer out, you notice the following.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
1 second here.
I love it. Interaction.
Suddenly, Nocturna springs into.
This is true too. Hello.
You actually notice nothing.
Ah!
The bones tell
Nothing.
me
Oh!
nothing.
And
A little bamboozled here.
as you kind of begin to ease back and sit down and sort of peer out towards the distance, you notice a sound almost immediately behind you, and it is
Uh-oh.
snarling.
Oh. Whoa. I'll be like, whoa.
Oh no, they're getting a surprise round.
Oh, okay.
I want to stress to you I want you guys to understand the importance of doing good on your perception checks, or rather that they can have consequences.
I want you to understand the importance of I have a -1 to my perception checks.
I know.
So wait, was I supposed to do a perception check just now?
No.
No.
No, it was
You were
me.
asleep.
Everybody
I'm
else
on-
is
I'm on
asleep.
watch.
One person is on watch.
Does anybody have a really high passive perception? Just come on.
Not while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Not
your
while
passive
sleeping.
perception. We just read this, Nick. Passive perception is like
No,
the
it's
best
for when you're
thing-
dungeoneering. It's when
Sleep
you're in the
is-
dungeon. It's to notice traps.
We
So.
we read it, and you were like, "Oh shit, I've been wrong
No,
this whole
we were,
time."
and that was
That's
for
not bad.
recognizing traps.
Oh, specifically traps. That's
Specifically traps, yes.
Mm.
So
See,
give me
it's a
just a
trap.
second.
It's okay.
it's
It's
a
okay.
trap.
These things happen.
No.
Cometh upon me, brethren.
Give
I
me
was
1
seconds from
second.
winning D&D just there. I almost won.
You can't win D&D.
Only one person
what I
has ever
mean.
won D&D, and that was Nate.
And how?
Oh.
Winning D&D means D&D ends. Every game ends when you win it.
Well, then
I don't.
the last Strahd campaign.
It's true.
Yeah, but
You did.
those we won Strahd, but we didn't win D&D because those characters. Well, technically, did Trogdor win or lose D&D? Because his
Trogdor very
soul-
much lost
Yeah,
D&D.
Trogdor lost.
But
That
his
was a big
soul
L.
is
That was a big L.
eternally in
In Barovia.
Barovia.
But
All right.
let's not forget, he was both a man and a dragon. He was a man dragon.
Oh, they're referencing someone's character in the Strahd campaign.
Who was also a man dragon.
He was also a man dragon, yes. Of
He-
course.
he was also a man dragon.
It may have been inspiration there.
He was the worst
Your
druid ever.
inspiration.
He wasn't the worst
He was the
ever.
best druid ever.
All right.
The
Fuck.
constellation will rise
The
again.
constellation will rise again.
What is that?
Yes,
Don't
it
ask.
will.
I needed to
I don't want to be
distract-
part of the cult. I just want to drink the juice.
Trogdor needed to distract some serving women, and so he willed himself to get an erection and rolled a crit 20. And-
Okay. Yes. Yes. Moving on. Moving on.
not our proudest moment.
We don't speak of that moment.
Not my monkey, not my show. All right.
No, that was definitely your show and your monkey.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about it.
I made you
Fair
narrate
enough.
it.
I did, yeah. That was.
Next.
Oh no! The
I'm
dice
very
have
grateful
turned on
for
me.
that.
D&D has turned on me.
Thank you. Next.
I can't imagine why. All right, everybody, go ahead and initiative up. The wolves are getting a surprise round.
Oh, that's what you're waiting on. Initiative.
Forgetting this character doesn't have dark vision. Don't like it.
Yep, me neither.
Am I here?
I think
Here.
I put Nocturne in here. Yep.
Yeah, we were walking along. I was talking smack. Everybody hates me.
Where do I find it? Oh wait.
You might with me on the
The
money
angel
deal.
was trying to talk us into robbing the dead dwarf.
Hey, listen. I think everybody's had their low points. All right. So far today, we've had that conversation, and we talked about the constellation. So,
Hold on, there is a very,
You know,
I
to
do
each
need
their
to
own.
address this because there is a very poignant situation here. And TB, that is that you believe we are robbing. No. He said, here is all of the
it's literally
money."
happening as you're about to be shredded to pieces by wolves.
We're
Yeah,
sound
we have a
asleep, but
minute.
we're still
Have
arguing.
a minute. This is
No,
a big.
please.
I would have paused
It's
time
not.
for this. But the whole point
Alright.
is, we don't have to rob. He gave it to us. We
Save this
just have to
argument.
his
Save this
daughter.
argument for if you live. All right.
She-
Jonah, Krathos, TB. Everybody roll again. Roll me another D20. Just a flat D20.
Flat
Oh.
D20.
Yeah. And I'm gonna roll one out in the open too for the wolves. I rolled another 4. What are the odds?
Just
Okay.
a D20 you want?
No, you don't have to because this is for everybody's tie.
Oh yeah, we all rolled a 4 for our initiative.
Yeah. So Krathos goes here. Then it is Jug. No, then it is TB. Then it is Jug. Then it is the wolves.
You know
And
you can do
then-
those half points.
I
that
know, I
they-
hate doing that though. It always looks so weird.
Nobody would
Alright.
have had to. Anyway.
Oh, it won't matter because the wolves get a surprise round, and that's what we're gonna do right now. This one's gonna jump up and just attack Krathos.
I find that incredibly rude.
I have.
I'd like you to
Hold
know.
on, I have one small question. You
Fire away.
said that it was kind of light out because the stars were reflecting off the snow and shit. Can we get like low light? Because I have absolutely blackness. Well, it wouldn't be absolute blackness.
Yeah, that's fair, but I can't really do that in the settings. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna give you some low light just around this fire pit, which isn't actually there. We all agreed, right? Because nobody
Yep.
was starting fire.
Yep.
But anyway, you can at least now see.
Okay. Cool.
And
that
to be
much.
fair, dude, I have blind fighting as well.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, this guy, he gonna bite you. Hitting armor class 8.
That misses. Well, I
Alright.
mean, my armor deflects it. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Call it what you
This
will.
this one here is also going to bite at you.
How rude.
Hitting armor class 17.
That one shall hit.
All right. You're going to take 7 piercing damage, and go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
That's my good one.
Okay, you are not brought prone. Technically, you already are sitting, so
Well,
this one's going to move up here, and it is going to attack Nocturno while she sleeps. Hitting armor class 9.
That misses, but
I figured, yeah.
you-
This one, however, is going to make its way up, and he is going to critical hit you.
We're not
Noc-
enough to take.
Nocturna, you're gonna take 9 piercing, and you don't need to make a strength save because you're already on the ground. This one here is gonna run up and bite at Jug. Hitting armor class 23.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Jug, you're gonna take 9 piercing damage.
Damn.
This wolf is also going to run up and attack Rackham. Or I'm sorry, Kratos. Critical hit.
That's so
Kratos.
nice.
You're gonna take 11 piercing damage.
I would like to use my Stone's Endurance.
Okay.
So I roll a d12 and add my con
Yep.
and reduce the damage by that total.
Sounds good. Okay, so no
That's
damage
pretty good.
taken for that.
No damage, thank God.
Alright, this guy's gonna run up and attack Rackham while he's sleeping. Rackham, that hits armor class 14.
That will miss.
Alright, this one is gonna come up and do the same. Or not that. Gonna do this. Hitting armor class 11.
That will miss.
Alright, then finally this wolf is gonna come up and attack Alia. Hitting armor class 19.
Yep, that'll hit.
Alright, you are also going to take 9 piercing damage.
Feel like that sucks.
Alright, surprise round is over. Rackham, you are at the top of the round. Everyone is prone currently.
I will stand up.
Okay.
And I will swing at the one directly to my left.
Okay.
That's wild.
20 will hit.
And then at the bonus action, we gonna shield shove and try and knock it prone. Oh, that's wonderful. So athletics
Okay.
or acrobatics.
I'm gonna do this out in the open.
Ah. Level 2, I only have 1 attack, so I believe that is. I
Alright,
said I
then.
stood up.
Yep.
So, yep. That's my turn.
Alright then. Nocturna, the move is yours.
Alright. I am going to.
Are we still live? Did I lose you guys?
Nope,
No,
nope.
I'm here.
I'm here. Nick's thinking.
Oh, okay, sorry. It got real quiet for a second. I was like, wait, what happened?
We were waiting for you, Ian.
Oh shit.
Yep. I mean, we gotta talk about it, bro.
Don't do that
Alright.
to him. That happens a lot.
He'll actually think it's true.
I want to tell you that if it persists, we're just gonna move to the next person's turn. I mean, we'll help you out as much as we can, pal. No.
I'll make a random bad decisions table.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh
I
yeah.
wanna see this.
Alright. Claws hit. Alright, and that's 10. Okay. Anything else you want to do for Nocturna's turn, Nick?
Yeah, I'm hitting him again.
Okay, 15 hits. Alright. He's down.
Awesome. And then I am going to run.
I believe if you run at this point, the wolf will get an attack of opportunity because I
Yeah.
believe you use your bonus action for your second attack, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming that. And I don't have the bonus action disengage anyway, so I figured.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep.
We can kill them first and then remove them in one. Let's see. Zoom out.
So you're gonna have half your movement because it took half your movement to stand up since you were prone.
That's right. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna do that
Okay. All right.
then. Alright, that's the turn.
All right then. Alia, the move is yours.
I'm gonna go ahead and use Hexblade's Curse, and I'm gonna mark. Let's see. Who do I have any indication that any of these wolves are low health right now?
No one's attacked yet, except me.
Yeah, only one's
Oh,
taking
okay.
damage and dead.
I'd say
Um,
if you
I'm
really
gonna go-
want, you can make a perception check as a free action.
No, I'll just mark that one
Which
next
one?
to Kronos or
Oh,
Kratos.
Kratos. Okay.
Yep. And then I will also, I guess, Misty Step. I don't think I need to yeah, I do need to Misty Step because I'm in the nonsense. It's fine. I'm gonna Misty Step away. And I can do that. What?
Is
Just
the
action?
Hexblade? Is the Hexblade curse a bonus action?
Yeah, because if that's the case, you can't use Misty Step in this case because they're both bonus actions.
No, the Hexblade is not as an
Read
action.
literally the first line on what your thing says.
That's not cool because I just read it out of the book. Fine, it's fine.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me.
Fine.
It's
I'll
the
stay
book.
where I'm at. That's fine. Instead, I will use my just Eldritch Blast with Repelling Blast.
Okay, which one?
The one right in front of me.
Okay, that attack will be with disadvantage because you are in melee range and you are doing a ranged attack.
Well, Eldritch Blast is Eldritch Blast. It's not ranged, is it?
It's a ranged
It's
attack.
ranged.
Yeah.
It's very much ranged. It goes 120 feet.
But doesn't it just start? It doesn't have a
Anytime you make a ranged attack at melee range, it happens with disadvantage.
I don't. I'm gonna look it up. But yes, I will roll again.
Unless you wanted to draw your Hexblade, and
But my Hexblade is part of what I'm doing, right? Like that's the.
no, I think a Hexblade actually gets to summon an actual magical
No.
blade.
No. Well, it's called Hex Warrior, and yeah, I suppose it is an action. I mean, yeah, I suppose I'll do that. But I already did Eldritch Blast, so you just want anyway.
Yeah, just give me one more Eldritch Blast roll then, and then we just take the lower one. Well, there you go. That'll hit. 15 hits.
Okay, and you can also move him directly back 10 feet, please, for
Okay. All right, there we go. Anything else for Alia?
Well, I still have my movement, don't I?
You have half your movement. It took half movement to stand up.
5, 10, 15. How about that?
All right.
That's better.
Very good. Krethos, the move is yours.
And well, I do be in a bit of a bind, but I'm gonna attack this one here.
Okay.
Yeah.
18 will hit.
All right. Sweet. Oh, by the way, I assume I was sitting. I'll spend my movement to stand up.
Okay. It's half your movement, but yeah. And you were attacking this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Do it.
What is it?
A 9.
Very good. Anything else you want to do with your move?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind
Okay.
and
Very
roll
nice.
1d10. What?
Show
Oh
me
my
what
God.
you've got.
Sorry, there's baby clothes going on here. So I got 4 plus my fighter level of 2. So
Very
I'll
nice.
gain 6.
Sounds good. Alright then, next up is TV.
I will pop up into the air, half my movement. I will move 5, 10. I will move to here. I will then hold on a moment. I will fire Cautious Caustic Brew like this.
Okay.
Hitting those two.
Alright, what is it, a dex save for them?
It is. Oh, I didn't do the spell description. Sorry, wrong button.
It's okay, you can just click down there, I think it'll show it, yeah. Each creature must succeed on a dex saving throw. Okay, and your save is DC is 15. Perfect. I'll do this out in public.
Scary.
That guy fails. That guy fails. They're both going to take 2 acid.
And then they are covered in acid at the beginning of their turn. They will take 2 die for more acid.
Very good. Alright. Anything else you want to do for TV's turn?
I still don't have anything cool I can do with a bonus action yet, so no. That's
very
confirmed.
well. Jug, you wake up to wolves attacking your camp.
I think I shapeshift into a bear.
Motherfucker.
How does one do that?
I can handle that. Give me just a second here. I'll build you a much cooler token later. But, no, you're not there. You're here. Layer. We're gonna move you to the GM layer. And, give me 1 second here. Let's see, controlled by... Alright, try moving that token around. Can you move him?
I don't see anything. I see
Is there
a
any
dark
other big-
circle. I see a dark circle. I don't see
Oh yeah,
any
you
tokens now.
probably can't see. It's well, I mean, you should be able to see a little bit, but this should be controlled by you. Give me a sec here.
Does the bear token have vision?
Oh no, probably not.
Yeah, that's what I like. I can't see anything. We all
There we
disappeared.
go. There we go. How's that?
There we are. Now I
Alright.
can see again.
There you are. And then give me just a second. I'm gonna get you a character sheet. Edit, duplicate, cancel. 1 second, 1 second. Brown bear form. Let's see here. In player journals. Da-da. Alright, and just one more thing.
Sorry, Nick, when you have a second to
Yeah.
focus. So in Xanathar's guide on page 55, Hex Warrior, this is just, I'm not trying to be a crazy I1 D&D,
No, it's fine.
but it says it's a first level. At first level, you acquire the training necessary to effectively arm yourself for battle. You gain proficiency with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons. The influence of your patron also allows you to mystically channel your will through a particular weapon, and whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch one weapon that you're proficient with and that lacks the two-hand property, like here. And when you attack with that weapon, you can use your charisma mod instead of your strength or dex. And for the attack and
Yeah.
damage rolls.
So that's the whole thing behind the Hexblade is essentially that you get to be able to attack with your weapon with your basically your charisma proficiency. So it makes it so that you can fight close hand is the deal.
But it says at first level I just get that, and when I'm donning my armor, it says I do that. Yeah, you acquire the training necessary to effectively arm yourself for battle. So I assume that means it happens before I even can put on my armor for the morning, because
No,
I
it's
can't
it's
even wear medium
it's
armor.
just
to
it's
armor
just a
though.
passive thing. So the idea is you just need to make yourself a weapon attack that uses charisma instead of strength or dexterity. Does that make
So
sense?
I guess my point is it actually a bonus action, or is it sort of a trait I get with Hexblade?
Place a baleful curse on someone. You put Hexblade's curse. This is a different thing to what you just read.
What you're reading is basically giving you the proficiency to use martial weapons and armor. It's
Correct.
Not like,
yeah.
It's not
Right,
a
I guess-
spell or a skill or anything.
But what you put up there was a spell. Was Hexblade's curse.
Okay, never mind. I think I used the dawning thing as my action that round, but I'm gonna just.
Yeah. No. That what you just read now. That's like a passive thing. That
Your
you have it all
action
the
that
time.
round
You
was
have the
Eldritch
proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we can follow up on that in just a sec too. Jug, if you look under your folder where your character sheet is now, you should have a character sheet directly under that one in the
I got
folder.
brown bear, yep.
Yeah, so you can attack from that now.
Do my claws?
Yeah, you should be able to claw.
Oh,
That'll hit.
yeah.
24 hits. Oh, and here I'll fix your thing here because it's got you. There we go. All right, and then if you just click the part in the chat there where it says attack, just click the word attack next to that 24. There we go. Yeah, you kill that wolf outright. Additionally, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the brown bear gets to multi-attack. So you attacked with your claws. You can also move up and hit something with your bite if you want.
Kill my wolf before it kills me.
Set yourself on fire and run towards the enemy.
My health bar's not working, but he can kill
Sorry,
me.
1
on
second here. I'm fiddling around with my screen.
I was gonna
Who's
say
get killed here?
you
My
disappeared.
health bar's not working, but I'm down to 8 hit points.
Yeah, can I get over to that guy on the right over there? And...
Technically, TB,
Yeah,
your TB
you've got
is
enough movement to
actually
do that.
up
Right there?
above.
Yeah, so you could actually move probably right here, and let's see here. TB would be floating above you at that point. So yeah, you can attack that guy.
Okay.
And then this time use your bite attack.
Chomp.
17 will hit.
Boom.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do with your move?
I don't think there's much else I can do, is there?
No, not really. All right, then. Bottom of the round. We're back to the wolves. Let's see here. We're gonna start with this guy here. Gonna move here. He is going to attack Rackham.
Let's go.
Hitting armor class 13.
Shall miss.
Next, this one is gonna attack Rackham. Critical hit. He got a critical hit and a critical miss attacking with advantage, so
It was meant
really
to
quite
be.
bipolar there. You can take 11 piercing damage and go ahead and give me a strength save. You are unfortunately knocked prone here.
Oh.
And then this guy is gonna make a bite attack against you as well. Hitting armor class 17.
That shall miss.
Alright then. Next up, this guy here is gonna attack Nocturna. Hitting armor class 20.
It'll do.
Nocturna, you're gonna take 6 piercing damage.
Alright. You need a strength save.
Yep, and a strength save. Sorry, yeah, thank you. All right, and unfortunately, you are knocked prone as well. Next up, this guy
It's
here is
not
going to
going
attack
well.
Krethos.
He's gonna take 5 acid damage.
Ooh, yeah, he is.
All right, and then this guy. You want to re-roll for each one, or you want to just go with the same for each round?
We can go with the same for each.
Okay, I'm comfortable with either. All right, this one's gonna attack Krethos, hitting armor class 16.
That hits exactly.
Krethos, you're going to take 6 piercing. The next guy is going to do the same, hitting armor class 7.
Do I have to make that'll miss? Do I have to make a saving throw?
Yes, you do.
Strength save. 10?
You are prone as well.
Jesus Christ.
And then the final guy is going to attack critical hit.
Nothing like a pack of wolves to really humble your party.
You're not gonna like this.
One.
You're gonna take 16 piercing damage off
All right,
of that
I'm
attack.
gonna use my second iteration of Stone's Endurance here.
Okay.
So 1d12 plus
Your level, which is
plus
12.
2.
So you're gonna take
Yeah.
4 piercing damage.
Okay. I'll take
All right.
that.
And that is the wolf's turn. Top of the round, we have Rackham.
Oh,
Please, everybody stand
Well-
up and heal yourself.
well, I'm gonna stand up. That's for sure.
Okay.
Well, the real Slim
Um,
Shady, please stand up.
And then I'm gonna swing at the one I swung at before.
Is that on the right or the left? The left,
on
right?
the left lower one.
Yep, got it.
Where'd you go, longsword? There you are.
17 will hit. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Yep. I will shield shove the one to my right.
Okay.
To try and knock it prone.
All right. Oh, sorry, I rolled that with advantage. Take the low one.
I'll take it.
All right then. And that does what?
Knocks him prone.
Okay. All right. He is
Do you have to
prone.
roll a critical fail table?
No, because this was a contest. So, anything else for Rackham?
Nope. That shall be my turn.
All right, Nocturna, you're up.
Alright. Well,
All right. I'm gonna assume you stood up for that too, right?
yeah.
Yep. 25 will hit. This one is dead too.
Oh, whoops. Okay. Well, let's see.
One's prone.
Yeah, you can attack with advantage against this one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, really?
So disregard that claw attack. Oh shit. I didn't build out a mechanic for this.
And that could have been with advantage. So I don't know if you want to make a second attack roll just to make sure you don't get a nat 20.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Either way, 23 hits, 8 slashing.
13 slashing because I get my sneak attack because it's advanced.
Okay, gotcha. All right then. He's done. All right. Anything else for Nocturna?
Yeah, I think, let's see, how far did I move? 5, 10, 15.
And it would have taken half your movement to stand up as well. So
Yeah,
just
that's-
remember your.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was potentially gonna do my double move thing, but I won't. They have half my movement again. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Alia, the move is yours.
All right, so I will step forward. I'll use healing hands on the Goliath, which I
Oh,
totally
thank you.
do the thing. There you go. Yeah, you get 2 hit points. Woo!
Woo!
Party. Great.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
Exactly better than nothing. All right. I think that, and then I'm gonna run away from you. 10, 15, 20, 25, I suppose, for now. And then I will hit that first guy.
I have bad news for you.
What?
Your healing hands is a littering and
Action.
littering and.
Oh, that is an action. Okay, in that case, I'll use bonus action instead, which I totally have.
Smoke in the reefer.
Reaper.
You smell that, rabbit?
Yeah, I know what. Oh, daggers. Daggers. I have daggers.
But the bonus
That's
action to attack with the dagger would be you'd have to do a first action to attack. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure for any way for that to work.
Oh,
Offhand
yeah.
attack requires a regular attack with an action first.
Grr, that seems inefficient use of my time here. Okay, well, I'm just gonna take my extra 5 of movement here, I suppose, and that'll be it.
Okay. All right, Kratos, the move is
Yes, sir.
yours. You are
I'm
prone.
very moved.
You are
I'm
hurting.
prone.
You are surrounded by wolves.
I'm going to stand up.
So be it.
I'm going to disengage.
So be it.
I'm going to 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
And end my turn.
All right. The move then goes to TB.
TB is going to target this wolf right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna hit him in the face with a crossbow.
$19 will hit. Strike, Peter Pan.
Then I
Strike
will
true.
fly up here.
Okay.
Turn. That'll be my turn.
All right then. Next up is Jug.
I'm running straight at those wolves with my claw. Go like right here maybe. And claw that one on the right.
All right. Go ahead. Give me the roll.
1 sec, gotta find my brown bear. Boom.
An 8 will miss, unfortunately.
That was unfortunate.
But you can still bite him.
Try again. Chomp. Oh.
A 9 will miss as well, unfortunately.
Very
All
nice.
right then. The move goes to the wolves. We're going to take some acid damage.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. All right. First one is going to bite against Jug, hitting armor class 20.
Sorry, 1 sec, gotta go back to brown bear.
Yeah, your armor class
it's
is
a
11
hit,
on
yeah,
that. Yeah.
it's a hit.
All right, you're gonna take 9 piercing. And the thing is with your token, if you just click on your token, a few circles should appear above. You should just be able to click that red circle on the left, that's your hit points, and you can just type in the new value.
Where's that?
If you click on your token on the map there,
Okay.
and then there should be 3
Yeah,
circles that
yeah,
appear above them.
How much damage was that last one?
So you took 9 piercing, so he should be down to 25. And then the next guy's gonna bite you.
Enter. Nice.
Hitting armor class 21.
Yep, hit.
It's gonna be
My
an additional
savior.
6 piercing.
How much?
6. So that should put you at, I think, 19.
Yep.
Alright, top of the round is Rackham.
Okay, we're gonna just swing at this one here.
18 will hit.
And then
That is rough.
that is rough. I'll use my second wind.
Okay.
Get some health back.
Oh, that is nice.
And that is my turn.
Alright, Nocturna, the move is yours.
All right. Why isn't my health bar working, by the way?
Mine
Something
isn't
I did.
either.
Okay.
You have
I don't know
your,
what to say.
you have your character
Everything
sheet
looks good
popped
for
out.
me.
If you have your character sheet popped out, your health bar might not.
Oh, that's probably why.
That would okay.
That makes sense. I didn't know
That's
that
never-
that was the cause of that.
That's
I
never
mean-
happened to me before. I always have my character sheet popped out. Why? Oh, you mean popped out like in a different window, not in a
Like,
different
Yeah.
tab?
you can like
Yeah.
actually pop it out.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
it's,
no, it's not. It's in a different tab. I always have it in a different tab. But let's see if it works now that I have it closed entirely. No, still doesn't want to work. Okay.
Oh,
Here's what I
yours
got.
just moved for me.
yeah, just drop down to half for.
Oh. Okay. Well, at least I'm the one who doesn't need to see it, so cool. Let's do 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. And then I'll shoot this one.
Alright. 23 will hit. Which one were you shooting?
The one closer to me.
Okay, this one here.
Yeah, that one.
Got it. Alright, yeah. Okay. Alright, that one drops dead. Anything else for Nocturna's move?
That will be Nocturna's turn.
Alright, Ollie, the move is yours.
So because the wolf with my Hexblade's curse on it died,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my charisma mod plus my warlock level, so 6 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Is nice.
Okay.
Put that down, and then what else? I will go ahead and can I? Yeah, I'll do chilled touch on that one, I suppose.
Okay. Throw the spell description up in the chat for me, would you please?
Yeah, it's not actually a touch action. We've done this with no
Yeah.
one.
It is the aptly named, as Nolan
Yes.
likes
Yeah.
to say.
Alright,
Cool.
spell save DC is 14. What's he gonna do? Oh, it's okay. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature to assail it with the chill of the grave. So,
Thing?
Do you have this listed in your attacks? It should have Chill Touch listed in your spell attacks if you dragged and
Oh,
dropped
that's
it.
when I rolled it. I rolled it up
Oh, there we
above
go.
17.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yep, 17 hit. Go ahead and give me your damage. That's my bad.
That's alright. We both clicked the same
I'm
buttons
just
at the
making
same
my
time.
life harder.
8 damage.
Okay. Toast. Alright, anything else?
Well, I still have a bonus action. Surprisingly. Because I always use those. I got nothing. I got nothing. Healing Hands is an action, so I
Yep,
can't
and
get
you
that.
already used it, so. Alright,
Is Eldritch Blast a bonus?
what's that?
Was Eldritch Blast a bonus action?
No, that's a regular
No.
action.
It's a cantrip though, so it doesn't cost a spell slot, which is why it
Yeah.
sounds useful.
Alright. Kratos! The move is
Yo.
yours.
All right. Well, seems like we got a handle on most of these things. We're gonna go 5, 10, 15, attack.
Do it. Wash it.
23 hits.
All right. Die. Slash. Cut its head off.
This is successful.
Yes. And I helped. You guys are
Alright.
welcome. If it weren't for me, they would have totally snuck up on us.
Alright. Let me get you your experience real quick.
God, I'm
And
gonna
then
need
we can
another
do our
long rest.
Yeah.
No, we just need a short rest.
I
I mean,
Alright,
I know you
everybody-
don't get your. Oh, go ahead.
Everybody gets
Yeah.
75 experience from the fight.
Ooh.
Oh, wonderful.
Do we need a long rest to get our bear back though, don't we?
All you really need to do in this case, and this is how we've always done it, is if you get interrupted in the middle of a long rest, I'm not gonna make you take another long rest over again. Once you get through the full night, everybody gets the long rest. So essentially, you kind of
It adds
you
10
kind of get
minutes
some
for the-
freebies as part of it, yeah. So, and 10 minutes is like la-di-da, you know.
Well,
So-
ain't that nice?
So yeah, all right.
Thanks, brother DM.
Yes. All right, let's see here.
This is much more peaceful. Yeah, this is nice.
All right. Final watch was who was fourth watch? Kratos was third.
Is that me? I can take it.
Okay.
I think Rackham.
Nope. Nope.
Rackham needs to sleep.
Yeah.
I was sleeping.
All right. Give me a perception check for Nocturna then. Okay. The last dwindling hours of night kind of pass quite slowly. Over that time, you kind of start to hear the sounds of nature kind of starting to slowly reemerge. You can hear birds sort of starting to wake up and starting to make their way back to the area. The most part, the sounds of battle and the carnage surrounding the camp seem to be serving as a proper deterrent, and the rest of your watch passes without incident. At this point, everybody gains the benefit of a long rest.
Been a long time coming.
Waka waka.
I can't believe you say that too. Fozzie Bear, right? Waka waka, right? But you say it
Yeah.
for bad jokes, not good ones.
Yeah.
That's what Mom did.
Yeah, but I just can't believe that there are other people my age right now or around that because I work with children. Do you know what one of them said to me at work the other day? I finally watched that old shark movie and I was like, Jaws? And she goes, yeah, but I had to turn it off midway through because the effects were so bad. And I went, those are graphic effects, dude. Those are like, they
Practical
actually
There's an
made
actual fucking prosthetic in the lake, man.
shark and they threw it in an ocean and it stopped working, and it's led to Hitchcockian films being made now, but also John Williams dun dun. And so I'm explaining all of this to her at lunch, and suddenly I look around and it's as if I am now the dusty old professor and
Well,
they're all sitting there going like, whoa dude, that's so Ohio.
just get yourself a tweed jacket with some leather patches and a nice pipe.
I'm just saying there's an important reason for that film. And then I tried to bring up the mashed potato mountain from Spielberg, and they all looked at me like my brain fell out of my ear, because it kind of did in that moment. But anyway, the Devil's Tower in Wyoming, and I forgot Dreyfus is sitting there raking the mountain. You remember?
No, honestly, I was a very young child when Close Encounters, when I even saw it. I think I was asleep through most of it because I was that little, but
Ugh.
I haven't seen it since. So, all right, as you all awake this morning, your hope is to be able to make it to 10 towns before evening. If you play your cards right and you plan things out properly, you may be able to dine upon a hot meal and sleep in a soft, warm bed.
Did everybody else just hear tonight we dine in hell?
Yes.
That is also
I
on the
actually
menu.
did.
It all comes down to what you order.
Okay.
Everybody eat a ration, unless you want to give Rackham time to forage.
I'm good with a ration this morning.
Oh,
Yep, I
Sean,
too am good with a ration.
we can always eat the wolves.
Oh.
I mean, I could try, to whip up something with these wolves.
There will be a little
Yeah.
time in preparation, but
Hard pass. Let's eat a ration. Let's just
Alright,
get the fuck out
yeah,
of
let's
here.
get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Speaking of cooking, though, I forgot to ask. A while back, I had made a deal for some salt, for 2 to 3 pounds of salt. Did I get that?
let's just say yeah.
Cool.
2 to
So-
3 pounds of salt. What the fun are you doing?
Just make sure you get the weights on your
Preserve-
character sheet.
Preserving some.
Preserving weight. Yeah,
Yeah, but
preserving.
just a few sprinkles on the road. We don't need much.
What
What's
if he
going
gets a
on?
lot of meat?
To preserve salt.
preserving
preserve
meat.
you
To
gotta
preserve
crust
meat,
That shit.
Rub it in there, man.
Yeah,
gotta
it's not just a
encase
few
it.
sprinkles.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Gotta have fucking candy.
Alright.
out.
Once again, survival check for the guides.
I got you.
Speaking of, do we actually have to forage, or can we dine on wolf tonight, or this morning? Breakfast of wolf.
No, we're skipping it because it would
Much
it
time.
would take up time. So we're skipping the wolf meal today.
But I mean, Rackham probably loaded one up, right?
No, we skipped it, so I left it. And I was tired when we killed the wolves, so I left it.
But you woke up the next morning next to all the dead wolves.
Yeah, but
Potatoes.
they're frozen.
It was too late at that point.
This is just making sure the Yetis have something to eat tonight.
And they stay off our trail.
Sure. Okay.
Alright. As you begin to make your way. Yeah. I don't know why I brain farted there and then. Thank you. That properly derailed me. You begin to make your way across the heavy snowdrifts, and as you do, everybody go ahead and give me another athletics check, except for TB.
I mean, can I
I have
just once
such good
again?
athletics, but
There's my.
I want to
Do I do
argue.
this as the bear?
oh,
No,
you're not a
no,
bear.
you're
You're
not
not
the
a
bear
bear
anymore.
anymore.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
sorry,
okay,
you're
okay.
you now.
That
We're-
only
we're
lasts
so
for
back.
an hour.
Oh
Can
yeah.
I roll with charisma instead
on.
because my deity
No.
allows me to do that?
No.
No, it does
Only
not.
when you attack with your blade. um, it is a sluggish day's journey. It takes you just the longest just to get the slightest amount of distance. However, finally you do start to, just a little after the noon hour, kind of put the spine of the world behind you, and you see now a vast system of valleys opening up before you, and sort of around no, it in the center of it, you sort of see a massive mountain far off in the distance, that sort of sits in the middle of this series of valleys, and far away from anywhere you can see a very large rift open up in the earth leading right up to that mountain. Everybody go ahead and give me a history check.
And we have a
Oh,
bunch of history buffs
snapperoo.
up in here.
Yeah.
Snapperoonie.
Alright. Krithos. That is a mountain with a canyon in front of it. Past what appears in the valley, some probably, 6-hour journey ahead of you. There you can see a village or something, but you have no idea of what it is you're looking at. However, the rest of you easily recognize the far off in the distant mountain as Kelvin's Cairn, one of the primary and notable sites of Icewind Dale. This is named for the frost giant Kelvin. Is
Elvin.
where
Sorry.
I didn't write this lore, all right? Someone else did. Lots of people
Mhm.
before me, all right? But
Mhm.
this is essentially where the stone giant Kelvin was buried. At this, you all kind of just Mount Kelvin and the Hills of Hob. Take this stuff up with R.A. Salvatore, man. He wrote this crap, all right? All right. As you all kind of take a bit of a break from your day's journey, you've got about 4 hours of sunlight ahead of you and about 6 hours of journey.
All right.
Hmm.
If we push again, we risk the exhaustion thing again. However, TV doesn't give a fuck about y'all. Better get your ass. I'll leave you.
Fair.
I wouldn't.
How rude.
But he might.
I'm
But he
I'm with
wouldn't,
you
but
on
he
this.
might.
Steve.
I wouldn't, but I might.
What happened?
So I shall do
Honey,
my.
Go ahead and make an
Alright.
intimidation check again if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna do
Alright.
my shit talking intimidation again. I'll move it.
I'm
My
gonna
heart's just not in it.
request. I'm
At
gonna
this
point-
request TB. If we continue and it gets dark, like we're coming up on darkness, can you make my armor glow again, and then we drape me in a cloak so I don't give off the light unless we get attacked? And then I can doff the cloak and then we can all have light.
Why don't I just make your sword glow, and then when you draw your sword, it'll glow?
Dude, that's awesome. Can you do that? That'd be cool.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, cool.
I
Right.
walk up and I start poking his sword randomly.
And after a few pokes, the sword begins to sort of glow with a light from within, and as it does, that glow begins to emanate around all of you.
5 foot bright, 5 foot dim.
Okay. I will sheath it for now.
All right. Give me one last series of athletics checks. No bonus.
I tried to inspire you.
Did you need that because you don't have dark vision? Is that what it? Is that why we did
Yes.
that? Oh, okay.
Yes, very much so.
Do you have dark vision? Nocturna does. That's in her name, right?
Yes.
I would
exactly.
hope that you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a cat.
Yeah.
I'm a cat. I'm
That's
not
actually half the reason why I picked this race, because I've learned my lesson that anyone who doesn't have dark vision in a Nick campaign is as good as dead.
Well, like, so I purposely went. I wanted to go with vanilla race in this one, because you know I've played a turtle.
Ironically, that made you the outlier.
Right, right. You know, so, but
All right. Guess what?
Monkey butt.
You all march your ever-loving asses off. And the day's marching is an absolute fucking pain. But you push your way through the snow, you sweat, you toil, you make good time. You make good time even if there wasn't 8 friggin' feet of snow for every footstep you take. If this road were clear, you'd still be making good time. And as you all march your way across the plains, you eventually do find the road. This road begins to spiral and lead its way towards a gently lit valley. You see a lake to your right. Give me just a moment. It isn't long before the road leads to a rather prominent hill upon which in the distance you can see a walled city. Give me just a moment.
Does this hill have a ridiculous name as well, like Kevin? John?
It's Bob.
Bob Hill goes
don't make
down.
don't make
down.
fun of Calvin.
Valley of
Calvin.
Dawn.
Calvin. He's trying his hardest.
Look, when you
I'm
meet
just wondering
him,
where's Hobbs?
when you meet him,
It's Bob.
I want to
Yeah.
hear these insults.
I do
All
not
right.
want to hear these insults.
As the sun begins its descent in the west, a welcoming sight now appears up ahead. In the distance, across the tundra to the northeast, a hill rises prominently above the surrounding area. A large wall spans its summit, enclosing countless wood and stone structures. Glowing lights emit from the windows and smoke issues upward from every end of the city. Bryn Shander casts a welcoming glow beneath the twilight sky and the whipping winds as you continue to trudge forward. Another half hour and you should find yourselves at the gate. Though you are exhausted from the long journey, the promise of a hot meal and a warm bed now drives you, hopefully onward. There will be no sleeping on the road tonight. The city's twinkling lights beckon as you warily place one foot in front of the other toward its warm comfort. And I will say, here's your view.
Oh yes, very nice.
I bet it's filled.
It's always a possibility. Alright. The rest of the day's march uses up what's left of the sunlight, and you finally make your way to the main gate. And as you enter, you can see the watch is just kind of starting to light most of the torches and the braziers up on the wall. And they look down at you, and a voice hollers down, "What's your business in Bryn Shander?"
We're just passing through the lonely wood.
And you see him nod up above, and the gate slowly opens. You're quickly issued inside.
Cool. That was easy.
That was way easier than I thought. These guards suck.
I mean,
These guards.
I mean, you know.
working out in our favor. It's all right.
As you make your way into the town proper, Bryn Shander is bigger than what you would have expected. And all around you, you see signs of new construction. Areas where what appears to be a perhaps catastrophe in certain areas that are being built over and repaired. The town itself is quite sprawling, and there are signs of activity everywhere, even in these early dusk hours of the evening. As you make your way into town, you can see vendors beginning to close up their carts. You hear people sort of hollering out last-minute deals to try and get one more sale. And you can see folks sort of scurrying home, doors opening, the sounds of people talking and crackling fires as you get a brief glimpse into these homes. Night is beginning to fall in Bryn Shander. What does everyone want to do?
We should probably look for lodging. It'd be nice.
Yeah, we can probably find a market in the morning. Lodging's more important. Get warm and get warm food inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get a little bit of a lay of the land before we're doing shopping.
Yeah. I wanna.
I don't know if there's going to be much shopping to do here, but
Well, I have some shopping to do.
we do need
Go
to
ahead.
find lodging.
Anybody
Sorry.
who wants to can go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm not very
I want to.
perceptive, so
1 sec.
Weird way to say it. Why don't you just tell us all to roll? Go, y'all.
That's fair.
Technically.
I don't know. Maybe somebody would be like, "Fuck you, I don't want to." You know.
Ian didn't roll. He chose
I'm
to
gonna
not roll.
right.
sleep in the snow.
Are we in
Fuck you,
Winterfell?
you tell me.
Are you where?
Are we in Winterfell?
No.
It's the D&D equivalent of Winterfell for all intents and purposes. Only imagine if Winterfell was sort of on the other side of the wall.
Ah, alright.
All right. Place is pretty big, and most of you, kind of as you walk past, are a little unsure of what to make of this town or what's supposed to pass for an inn and tavern here. However, everyone does spy at least one inn as they walk past, and that is the the Kelvin's Comfort Inn and Tavern. However, who was it? Rackham and Nocturna. You see a few other landmarks as you pass by. You can see off in the distance, around a few roads beyond, you see what appears to be a market. You also noticed another inn called Geldon Stag's Rest, and a rather large warehouse-looking building with a shop out front that says Rendarl's Emporium. However, the inns you've noticed thus far are Kelvin's Comfort and Geldon Stag's Rest.
Are there any locals about?
There are. There's a woman trying to scurry a pair of young children back in the house, and
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and ask her which one of these places would you rather stay in?
make a persuasion check. She kind of eyes you all rather suspiciously. and is outright freaked out over the fact that you've got a talking cat and a fairy traveling in your midst.
Yeah, no, I just feel like you might know as clearly.
And
No?
she sort of looks up at you and she says, "You adventurers, then?"
Oh no, we're just.
I'm a merchant.
Neighbors from up the way. Just neighbors from up the way. We're on holiday. Big family get together. You know.
Make a deception check. I'll give you advantage because Rackham tried to assist you.
I've got a +4. I have a +4 to that roll. I do not understand.
I don't know about these guys, but I'm with the carnival.
From the look of you, I say you want the north look.
Obviously, we're a traveling freak show.
Obviously.
Yes,
so-
yeah, I'd say you want the north look then.
So
You-
I'll point it at Gledden's Stag's Rest. That one?
No, that's Gildan Stags.
Oh, where's the North Look located?
The north look, you see that road down there?
I'll peer over. Yep. Yep.
You follow it for about 6 blocks, and then you take a left, and then you follow that road for about 2 blocks, and you'll start to smell the north look. You take an immediate right. You'll notice
Does
it
it
when
smell
you
good?
It smells cheap.
I see. Very well. And I'll kind of, make the motion to tip my hat and okay.
Gildan
Yeah,
Stag
let-
it
let-
is?
Yeah,
Alright,
let's
Gildan
go. I'll start walking to Gildan Stag.
I'm sorry, was that good?
No, just come on, Alia. It's okay. Thank you, ma'am.
And she just kind of looks at you and goes, "Huh," and makes her way back into her house after she chases her children in.
I have a weird question.
I have a probably weirder answer.
With magical tinkering,
Yes.
would it be possible for me to take up something like a roughly coin-shaped stone and utilizing some of the phenomenon abilities of it, could I make it look like a gold coin?
You want to try and disguise it to look like something else?
Yes. I want to make a small rock look like a gold coin so I can toss it to her and be like, hey, thanks for your troubles. And then when she puts it in her pocket, it turns back into a rock.
What's the skill that lets you?
So
there's some skills specific to tinkering or to artificers, but yeah.
So let's see. Non-magical object. I can shed bright light. Tapped by a creature. Continuous. Turn on the static visual effect. Oh, appears on the edge object's surface. Well, so could I make the static visual effect be that it's a gold coin and that its surface is the entirety of its surface, so it just looks like a coin?
Yeah, I think you should be able to do that.
All right. So
hopefully she bites it.
as a way to thank the woman as she's walking away, and be like, "Thanks, ma'am," and I'm gonna flip her, do the thumb flip the rock at her as a gold coin.
Go ahead and make a deception check with advantage.
Deception.
Can I assist him?
I'm not good at this. I already have advantage.
I was gonna say unless.
Oh, he's already got advantage. All right.
Yeah. All right. Give me 1 sec here.
Can he toss it to me and I do the deception?
I think at this point we've already.
Jonah, where's the
11.
guidance?
I've already derailed this fucking campaign
Yeah,
enough
guidance,
for a fucking prank.
You can guidance if you want.
Guidance! Give me that guidance.
Yeah.
I'll take the die for. Oh.
Okay.
It's better than 0.
She catches the stone in her hand and she sort of looks at it she seems to notice almost immediately that something's off about it, and she just kind of glares back up at you, and you can see her just get an angry face, and she just sort of throws it on the ground and makes her way inside.
Bummer.
Oh, I shrug. And
Pity, bro. You were bad and caught. At least I'm just trying to be bad. She doesn't know about the money, guys. Just going with it. Just
I
going
just
with
thought
it.
it would be funny if she tried to bite it. It was.
Mhm.
That was the entire point of that whole thing. I just wanted her to chip a tooth because she was kind of a bitch. All right, let's go inside.
But I just want to take a poor gal's inheritance, which she doesn't even know about. Fine. It's fine.
So it
All right.
doesn't- It's a door.
Where are we heading for the evening?
Gelden's Rest.
Gelden Stag's Rest?
Yep.
Yes.
Very good. Alright. As you make your way down the road towards Gelden Stag's Rest, you enter to find it's a rather humble inn. It's rustic and cozy. All of these are words that you've heard describe similar establishments. And you might want to mute yourself while you're using the privy, whoever you are.
Oh, I'm just washing my hands. Sorry.
No, you're alright.
Soap's already on 'em.
I've made that.
me.
I've made that mistake once or twice when I actually was using the privy. Ian and Tom can attest. So.
Yes. Yes.
And as you enter, you can see just a handful of people, sort of seated around different areas, while a rather busy-looking older woman kind of runs around and sort of grabs a fresh clay jug of wine for a person, or brings a meal of just sort of bread and salted fish out. And you can see as you walk in, she immediately takes notice of you, and after a few minutes walks over and introduces herself, and she says, "Oh, travelers. A bit late in the evening. You just make town then?"
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. We're told you're the best establishment around.
Go ahead and make just a persuasion check with advantage.
Guidance.
Jesus.
Can I really do that every
Yeah,
time?
you sure as fuck can.
Yeah, you
Every
can.
time.
Yeah, you can.
All you have to do is
That's
yell
why it's so
guidance.
good.
Like, as long as you
All
can
right.
reasonably say that, yes, you would be standing next to them.
Yep.
Yes.
Be able to touch them. That's
Try
Basically,
to like plan it
every like
beforehand if
cutscene
you
we
can,
have,
but-
every dice roll, I should just say guidance.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
within reason. Always attempt it, and I'll tell you if you can't. All right. Courtney, you can add a D4 to your roll too.
Whoop. Whoop. Yes.
Okay.
It's a 19.
She says, "Oh, well, I wasn't aware we had such a fine reputation, but I do believe that hard work always wills out. Now."
And actually, you wouldn't believe it, but we travel a lot, and we're all really well known in the areas we're from. And so a good recommendation from one of us, or even all of us, if you get my drift, could make its way to other really, really big cities. Like I'm from Waterdeep, and these guys are from lots of places too. So all of those cities, and mainly Waterdeep, could have really, really good, recommendations to stay here. We would name you specifically.
Oh, well, that's
For maybe we could argue a price deduction.
very, very thoughtful. In fact, I had a man from Waterdeep in here just the other day. He, not a very talkative man, but I noticed certain things about him. He very dirty fingernails, and he often spent a lot of time in his room, which was rather unfortunate. I can't imagine what he was doing in there. I did hear a bit of snoring when I occasionally walk past his room, but he tended to keep to himself quite a bit. Not like that man from Neverwinter who just checked out yesterday. In fact, he was an interesting fella, bit of a merchant, if it were. Funny habits that man had. Kept a lot of coin on him. Hope he didn't get robbed on the road. But
Sorry, just a few quick follow-up questions. What was this guy's name?
oh, I couldn't divulge that. That's not.
Oh,
That's not
okay, yeah, but he was a merchant traveling through, huh?
Well, we get a lot of those types, merchants, interesting people, lots of money on them typically. A bit of.
You said he. Sorry to interrupt, but you said he was here yesterday? Just yesterday, huh?
Well, yes, and we've got a few merchants here today as well.
Yeah, no, that's great. And which way did you say he was headed?
I think perhaps maybe we should just talk about getting you a room.
Oh, we might have known him. We're on a very important quest we also can't divulge. And so, you wouldn't want to keep help from somebody.
That's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. How many days would you be looking to stay for?
I see what you did there. Yeah, just the night, I think. We got to go find our friend who you said went that way. Which way?
Well, I tend to charge 5 gold a night, unless, of course, you want, your own private room. For those, I charge 8. I've got 3 private rooms. Otherwise, if you can't afford a private room, the common rooms, plenty of beds. Hope you don't mind a bit of snoring.
Yeah, no, single room for me, and these lot, I'm sure will figure themselves out. But about that discount we were talking about, see, I'm gonna go back to Waterdeep, and I can say you're really friendly and helpful and awesome to stay at, or I could say stay anywhere but here. And so obviously, I want to say the first thing, but that comes with 3 gold per night.
Why don't you go ahead and make a persuasion with disadvantage now?
Can I pipe up and just be like, Alia?
Guidance.
But
Guidance? Really? All right. I'll submit a normal roll then. Fuck me! I have a +6 to that. That is bullshit.
Guidance doesn't give you advantage. It gives you a +4 to the roll. So,
but either way, that is the lowest.
Yeah, you can't get any lower than that.
Oh, but there's no way to roll lower than that, so I'll just roll my 4.
Yeah.
There, it's an 11.
But it's still a crit fail 11.
Yeah. I don't know how what part of Waterdeep you might be from. However, most of my guests who come from Waterdeep don't typically try and extort me within the first 5 minutes of walking through the door.
It was an opportunity. I was merely offering this glorious opportunity. But you know what? I see you're a hard bargain. So therefore, I'm happy to land at 4. Even 4, nobody likes an odd.
Are you sure you don't want to stay at the Northlook? It seems like it might be a bit more your cup of grog.
I'm just gonna put 5 gold on the table and walk away.
I'm afraid I can't give you a room for that.
I'll look up. It was 8 gold for a private room.
Oh, right. Yeah. My bad. You know me. Silly.
I don't, actually.
All right. Well, in that case, here's the other 3 gold we were talking about. Careful. Some of these guys carry rocks, and I'm just going to walk to my room.
Madam, our fast-speaking friend talk for our group. I am also interested in one of your private abodes. However, I have the full gold price for you or potentially, I noticed that a few things around here are not in what we call the greatest. I happen to be one of the handiest of handy beings existed. So if you'd be willing to, perchance, give me one of the private rooms for, a trifle of 5 gold, I could do some repairs around here. And I mean, look at me. I'm a fairy. Who doesn't want a fairy fix?
Well, what sort of things can you repair then?
I can fix literally anything. I can fix your pots and pans. I can fix your. It looks like you got a rotisserie over your fire there. I could get that spick and span for you. What do you got that's broken? Because I start pulling toolkits out of my bag. I got tinkers. I can make you jewelry. I can.
All
Help
right.
you out some stuff.
Make a persuasion check.
I am not being guided today. The guidance is not guiding me.
All right. Well, you're not doing so bad because she rolled a nat 1 on her check. So she kind of begins to stroke her chin a little bit and begins to think, well, come to think of it, the room on the north, that's the common room over there, gets a bit chilly at night, and unfortunately the latch sometimes freezes up and gets stuck. I've had to call the watch in to come and actually kick the door in a couple of times just to make sure my patrons are able to get out of their room in the morning. So if there's perhaps something you could do, maybe oil that up, and then I suppose that rotisserie is just a bit grimy, just a bit rusty. I'll tell you what, you fix those 2 things and I will give you your own private room at the cost of a common room. How's that sound?
You have yourself a deal, madam. And I reach out my tiny little hand.
And she shakes it, and then she hands you a key almost the size of you.
Oh, that's unnecessary, ma'am.
All right, then.
I just fly over and I just poop right through the keyhole.
Okay.
As I work on my map, I kind of look up, before TB runs away. Who was holding all of our money?
Oh, did you need a little bit of that?
I mean, if you guys are getting, private rooms, some of us could use a common room, and I may have given my last gold coin to the lady, the lady dwarf, and I got no monies. And I just sheepishly look down and go back to drawing my map.
What you're asking me is for 5 gold. Is that all? Like,
Well,
just to...
yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, I do sell
maybe...
meals too. If you're interested in a warm meal, looks like you've been on the road a while.
Oh, yeah. What do you got though?
Maybe like 7 gold.
Just hold on here.
We do have
what do you got there?
We do have a group fund. The group did get paid.
That's what I'm asking towards.
Yeah.
I would never withhold money from the group just for the...
On the menu tonight, we've got elk stew and a bit of bread on the side. And of course, if you're interested, I've got nice cold ale. It's a red ale. And we've got wine if you're into that. I've got hot wine if you're interested in warming your cold bones. Ale and wine, silver piece each. Stew and bread, 3 gold. 3 silver, sorry.
Jesus, I'm gonna say that's an expensive ass fucking meal.
That's some crazy good stew at 3
Fabulous
gold.
elk. Fabulous elk stew.
Wagyu.
And so that's the 3 silver for all of us, right?
No, it's 3 silver per person.
I peek my
What?
head out of. I just pop just my head out of the door, out of the lock on the door, and I go, "Really? That much for me?" And I pop my head back in. Meanwhile, I'm inside tinkering with the lock to make.
Okay. I would say you can go ahead and give me a tinkering check, just to kind of speed this up for everybody else. If you want a common room, it's 5 gold. There is 1 private room left. If you want it, it's 8 gold. Nice. All right. With a good bit of oiling and just kind of taking out a file and kind of sanding down some of the rougher edges and smoothing them off, you're fairly certain this latch is unlikely to stick. It's getting cold and it's starting to corrode up, and that corrosion is causing it to stick together. Now that you've sanded and filed and oiled it a little bit, you're fairly confident this isn't gonna become a problem for at least another 6 months to a year. But yeah, anywho, common rooms for everyone else then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fine with the
Please,
common
yes,
room.
please.
All right, just subtract 5 gold from your character sheet unless you don't have any gold, in which case tell Courtney to subtract gold, since I sounds like
Uh,
you made her treasurer.
I would like some elk stew and 1 red ale, and
All right,
then
And
it's an additional 4 silver.
that is me
I'm
fucking
just
up her
gonna.
rotisserie.
Oh yeah. As you all kind of tuck into your evening meal, all of a sudden the rotisserie just drops, and you all hear just a clang, splat, plunk, 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 tung, 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 and you see sort of a rather embarrassed TB, sort of clinging to a brick on the hearth, um,
uh,
sort of
you,
looking
you
rather embarrassed out at all of you.
you want some help holding that up so you can fix it before you break it more, there, buddy?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. I'll come over and then. I'm guessing it's not all that heavy, but I will take. I'm guessing there's fire pokers or something to actually lift it up, because I'm guessing it's still hot as shit.
Yes,
Right.
it is very much so.
So,
Protecting yourself against the heat is advised. Give me a quick strength check. Depending on how well you do, it'll determine what
Hey,
modifiers I
let
put
me
on
guide
TV's
him
roll.
while he does that.
Nice.
My man.
Yes, wonderful. Strength check
Oh my
with
goodness.
Guide me.
with a
Guide me,
little
Joe.
guidance. A little 7, a Rudy.
Uh,
That ale must be affecting me already.
give me another Tinker's Tools. We're gonna put disadvantage on the roll though.
Is this your? This has never happened to me before. Moment.
I swear. Oh, god
I
damn it.
swear it's never happened
Oh, this is
before.
wonderful.
Guidance
Do you want to do this with guidance?
Guidance me. Come on, guidance.
Matt, guidance, quick.
Guide me this time. Fuck! God
Okay.
damn it.
You do a
Even I can
serviceable
guide you.
job. It looks cleaner, but in actuality, it's actually in worse shape than you left it. But it looks better. It looks nice. For the most part, it's not your best work, and it'll stay together for a while, probably, hopefully, overnight at least.
Um, while I'm sitting there working on the map and eating and whatnot,
Mhm.
every so often I'll kind of look up, and if anybody looks like or appears to be speaking about merchanty things, I might pipe up and kind of confer with them about the map and be like, hey, is this right, and which way to
Oh,
we're
sure.
trying to yeah
Yeah. In fact, it doesn't take long. Your passive perception rattles off, and almost as quickly as you're able to eavesdrop on someone else's conversation, you start to ask a question, and you start to realize someone else is eavesdropping on your conversation, and that would be the proprietor. And as she She hears you speaking to the other party at the table. She kind of quickly makes her way up and says, "Did I hear you asking if you could get some directions?"
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to make it up to the Dale. And our next stop is Lonelywood. You know, our caravan leader sadly passed on the route up. And
Oh, very sad that.
yes, yes.
Where was this about?
This was back in.
Make an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
was
I
that
am so
pass?
smart.
You recall the town was Hundlestone.
Ah, Hundlestone. Regmar passed up in Hundlestone.
Oh, you're right new to the Dale then. Well, a while back, fellow was staying here. Come up here from Luskin. Left in a bit of a hurry. I don't know what the case was, but between you and me, I think he was actually hiding from somebody. He constantly was looking out the window, asking if anybody'd come around, asking for him all the time. I used to eavesdrop when he'd have his dinner, and he
I mean,
tended to look.
as you do as you know the owner of the establishment, right? Right.
Of course, it's day-to-day thing. Anyway, long story short, he did forget a lot of his stuff when he left, and he left a map. And I have a map, and I would probably be willing to part with it for a gold piece.
As much as I would love to give you the gold piece, my food is being paid for, and I'll gesture and look up to one of the other party members that happens to still be sitting here, maybe eating.
I'll flip her a gold.
All right. She smiles gratefully and runs back behind the counter and returns with the following.
Ooh, I love maps. Oh, this is quite the map indeed.
And just for those of you who are on the Curse of Strahd campaign, this is sort of what we're going to be using for our travel map.
Are we?
Where?
Yeah, and
We're in
You are-
Bryn Shander.
You're currently
Bryn
here.
Shander, and we came up the that southeastern road, right?
Yep, you came from here essentially.
I just want a little arrow that says where we are and where we're headed.
Why didn't we stop at Dugan's Hole? I love Dugan's Hole.
Dugan's Hole. So
Let me tell you,
we're gonna want to take the route. So I'll kind of look up to her, you know, as you know, I'm looking at this map as she puts it out on the table, and what are we doing here? Poor map.
I was gonna try to write "You are here" and then
And I'll point at Bryn Shander, and then I'll kind of move my finger over to Targos, and then up to Tourmaline, and then up to Lonelywood. So I'm guessing this is going to be the safest route. I mean, we could. Looks like we'd have to traverse up some cliff sides if we just went straight north here of Bryn Shander, right?
I think you underestimate just how much effort I put into this, because this will actually do the distance in miles.
Oh, that is wonderful, sir.
Of the trek.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. So can I do?
I just got a nerd stiffy.
Wow.
my cat enjoys what we're doing, so that is good.
With this, let's see, is it under this?
It's always faster to do a straight line from A to B, right?
Okay,
I mean, it's not gonna be a problem going up cliffs for me.
With this, I should be able to tell how many days travel it should be for us, right?
Yep. And under nominal conditions, if you're on foot, You can average about 24 miles a day. That's 8 hours of marching.
Pretty
Okay.
good.
Okay. Cool. I will
Can-
thank the lady very, very kindly. And then kind of compare my map and just continue eating for the night until we retire.
Okay.
Gonna put that good word in for you at the next town. You get some cool business.
No. Everybody who lives in Targos knows where to stay if they want a quality room at
And
a
you're the
quality
guild
price.
Well, I do.
something.
I must say, this this stew is quite good. Um, you know, if I catch an elk on our travels, maybe I'll have to recreate it.
And she says, the secret ingredient is salt.
Oh, wonderful! And I'll kind of tap my pack. I got me a couple pounds of salt myself.
And she kind of smiles and then makes her way back behind the counter. Is there anything anybody wants to accomplish this evening?
No, I'm pretty confident with getting some rest, or pretty cool with getting some rest, or what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Then at that, the night passes. Everybody once again gains the benefit of a long rest. And as you all awaken, you're greeted once again by the proprietor Myrtle, who sort of says, "How'd you sleep?
Oh, much better than on the road in a hole.
Can I interest you in some breakfast? Oh, I've got some lovely root vegetables and a few eggs. Breakfast will only cost you 4 silver."
I'll look sheepishly at the group. I like
Yeah,
eggs.
yeah.
It's hard to
Like
turn down
eggs?
eggs.
No, I don't want to be a part of this. Sorry, my cat was taking a bath.
Yeah, we should all
There's
get a
5
nice
of us.
warm breakfast before we head out. Cold for all 5.
Right. She smiles happily, especially at the sight of actual gold. And you all get a nice plate of root vegetables, nice steamed root vegetables with eggs. For the most
I just
part,
want to
they
make
are
it clear,
scrambled.
just a real quick distinction. You said all 5 of us, so who are you not paying for?
Yeah, there's 6 of us.
There are. Holy shit.
I just wanted to. I was like, cool, man. I want to know how dirty we're getting.
Nope,
This
I just went to public school.
guide me. Okay.
I
It's not my
graduated as well.
It's my teacher's fault.
All right.
Oh.
As you all sort of finish your breakfast and step out from Gelden Stag's Rest, what is the party's next move?
Well, I guess I'll look to TB. You were mentioning you needed something for the road.
Not for the road. I was hoping to find some place where I could. I want to finish this ring, but I'll need something to put this setting into. I don't have the tool to actually craft the ring.
Well, I'll point down the road. There's an emporium there. I mean, they got all sort. They always got all sorts of random bits and bobs. You know, I do love me a good emporium.
Worth a shot. Let's swing by the emporium on our way out of town. I'll be quick.
All right. As you make your way towards the emporium, you pass the town market. You can see a lot of merchants out there selling as much as well. You also pass the town hall, a rather palatial-looking building. In fact, it's one of the nicer buildings here, and you can see just out front of it, there's a sort of a town notice board and you can see various people who look to be from a similar walk of life to your own. That is, folks who do a bit of mercenary work, are used to earning their money at the tip of a blade. You can see a lot of them sort of perusing the board outside the town hall. And as you move kind of past them, you notice kind of some of them like checking you out, sort of like eyeing up the competition. But it doesn't take long before you finally reach Rendarl's Emporium. It's a rather big warehouse-like building. Out front, it's got sort of a smaller storefront that's dwarfed by the rather larger warehouse. And you can see a sign sort of at the front of the storefront that says, "Customers here, traders around back." And as you kind of make your way up towards the market stand, a young human woman sort of looks up at you and sort of takes a deep breath and says, "How can I help you today?"
I'm looking for some unset jewelry, preferably a gold pendant or ring ready for a gem to be. Do you have anything like that?
And she kind of looks beneath the counter, and you can see her open a few drawers, and she's digging around, and she says, well, nothing so finished, but I do have, from what I can see here, a bit of gold scrap that looks like it could be easily molded to fit your needs if you're interested in that.
May I see it?
And she kind of pulls it out, and you can see it's a long bit of metal. It's gold. It seems like it's been, heat treated to a certain degree and kind of hammered out to. It looks like somebody was trying to form a band with it and just didn't finish it. It would be serviceable provided you put a little bit of. It'll take a few hours of work to really make it bag-a-rang.
That'll suit my need. What would you want for it?
She kind of looks down at it and she says, "Well, based on the weight of it," and she kind of throws it on a scale. She goes, "I would say a gold piece and 5 silver."
But it's already been worked so horribly. Some amateurs already been banging on this metal. It's going to take me hours to get it back into something remotely useful. And I'm going to have to add some of my own gold to it just to make it big enough for my needs.
She kind of leans in on her. She rests her elbow on the countertop and rests her face on her hand, and she goes, "Have you ever thought about wearing glasses?"
I start giggling. I can't help myself. I gotta try, I gotta try. How about let's see. What can I do? How about I while I'm distracting her, hold on, let me make sure I'm doing that. Oh, that's all right. Did I take that? Did I not take that? All right. I'm gonna try a combo sleight of hand thing here, so you're gonna have to tell me what you want for rolls. Complex.
All right, why don't you tell me what you're plotting here?
I got the gold band in one hand, With my other hand, I'm going to reach into my bag of holding and I'm going to pull out a pen that's roughly the same size and shape, like a quill would be roughly the same size and shape as a band. At the same time, I want to use magical tinkering to make it look like the gold band and then switch them.
Okay.
Oh, you're horrible.
What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna say I'm gonna need a sleight of hand roll, and because you're pretty ambitious in your attempt here, I'm going to I'm gonna add like a -3 on the roll.
Okay.
This?
You can.
He's assisting?
He's giving you
Oh,
guidance.
guidance? Alright. Finally, guidance came through. So that's a 20 with the -3.
That's a 20. All right, you begin to kind of like pull your tools out, and you kind of like kind of work to distract her, and as you distract her, you kind of like quick over your shoulders start to work with your tools. You're able to make the substitution and sort of set it there and make off with the other one. And as you do, she kind of gives a big sigh and she says, "Listen, I've got a lot of work to do. Do you want this or not?"
I'm sorry. At that price, it's just not worth it to me. I could melt one of these gold coins down and get a bigger chunk of metal.
And she says, "Yeah, Black Iron Blades is just on the other side of town. He's probably got a forge that's hot enough to help you do that. I'm sure for a little bit of coin, he'll let you. Anyway, good luck to you."
Well, thank you for your time. And I turn and I say, "Come on, guys. Sorry to waste everybody's time. Let's go."
Can I do a perception check to see if I see what he did?
Sure, if you want. It's really quite difficult to say. You kind of get the impression that maybe he was trying to test the quality of the gold or something. You're not sure.
Well, off to Targos.
Does anyone need to pick up any rations or anything like that before we dip out?
No, we should be okay. If anything else, we can take some time in the next town. I have 7 rations on me myself, so.
Okay.
Yeah. We should be good to make it to the next town. And we can always happen.
All right.
Yes,
Let's get a
yes,
move
sir.
on.
Okay then. As you head towards city's western gate, I think that's where we're gonna call it tonight, actually.
Wow.
Yep, that's where we're gonna call it tonight.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks. I finally left a poop. God, you guys are terrible.
What?
We were talking about pooping at the very beginning of this when you have to leave the game. No? Okay. I'll just bring it back.
I think I recall that. I think I recall
Yeah.
that, but yeah, it was a.
How'd you know I have to poop?
There was definitely poop
Yeah.
session at one point.
That's the odds are good on that one, right?
Shut up.
You remember talking about Ian shitting every time.
Like
Hey
every
now,
time.
Hey now.
So. All right. Well, yeah.
When you
Well
gotta
done,
go, you
everyone.
gotta go. As Jeff Goldblum once said.
You gotta go. You gotta go. The essence of chaos.
That is one huge pile of shit.
That's right.
He did also say that.
That's right.
Also fitting.
He got all the best lines in that movie.
He really did.
Every major park had problems with its attractions on the first day. Yeah, John. But when Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't try and eat the passengers.
Oh, glorious.
God, his lines in that really are. You know, the second one, I don't care how much everybody hates the little baby T-Rex and whatever. The second one is still awesome, all because of Jeff Goldblum. And I would watch that 100 times in a row, not upset at all.
I can't think of a single Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movie I didn't like. It's like, they're like Indiana Jones movies. Yeah, okay. Is Kingdom of the Crystal Skull a little dumb? Totally. Do I care? No,
No.
because it's an Indiana Jones movie. I don't give a fuck.
Come on
You
an
know?
adventure, meet aliens, let's go.
Right. I don't care. You know, like, I'm in. Whatever. Is it on the TV?
Yeah.
I'll watch it. You know, like,
Does it have Jeff Goldblum? I'll watch it.
yeah. Yeah. Jeff
That's it.
Goldblum, Harrison Ford, you know, I mean, they're just kind of. There are some movies that just have go-to actors in it where it's just like, I'm in. I don't care. You know? So, you know,
Jonah,
except.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on. You're good.
I was just gonna ask Jonah how he liked, guiding the party this evening.